Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to All Star 2025. Make some noise!
And that is Tony McGahern introducing us all here to New Forge. Welcome to the People Playbook Presents All-Star Game 2025, of course, in memory of Tony's late mother, Janet McGahern. It's Emmett Ryan here, and I am joined by Fiona Scally on co-coms here. We'll be with you throughout the day. Fiona, how you doing? All I've been told I shouldn't be calling you Fiona, I should be calling you Scally. So we'll see.
Scally works better. I'll ignore you if
better.
you say Fiona.
Excellent. And our sideline report throughout the day will be Orla Keeling. We'll be starting off very, very shortly with our three-point competition. We'll explain how that works. We have 6 competitors. That'll, of course, be followed by the main event itself, Team Jordan versus Team Paul in the All-Star game. And at halftime of that, we will have our dunk contest. We're just going to let Tony talk for a moment first, though. Wherever you are around the world joining us, we are so delighted to have you. Remember, this event is all in support of the Children's Heartbeat Trust. Great charity and a great cause. It's being supported very close, I know, to People's Playbook's hearts as a charity to support. So all the best to them, and obviously, so hopefully to raise quite a lot of money today. As you can see, it is close to a full house here in New Forge. Sellout event, and still people coming in. Of course, the main event, as we said, starts at 7, so a few of them might miss a three-pointer contest. You never know. They got to get that shopping done, Belfast City afternoon. But
they're going to miss a good one.
They're going to miss a good one. Fiona, I suppose, Scally, sorry, I suppose, with the three-point contest, it is going to have 3 men, 3 women. We can see using the same line. Are you worried about sort of any imbalance there, or do you reckon it could be competitive enough?
No, I think it's really exciting. It's a really good idea. Get the men and women's champions, I suppose, against each other. They did it in the WNBA game with Serena Nescu and Steph Curry, and I mean, she only lost by 2 points. So
that's right. It was very, very tight.
Yeah.
I recall it was a scheduling issue this year. They wanted to do it, but there was some schedule issue.
They wanted Caitlin Clark, and she couldn't go.
Well, there was possible. Well, you say that, like the Sabrina shoes are the second most worn in the NBA.
Wow.
Sabrina shoes.
Yeah.
Players love Sabrina Nikes, so. And it was like sort of Nike were not expecting it to go over that well of ballers. Players absolutely adore them.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting.
They're a nice shoe, to be fair.
I am the...
For players and non-players alike.
I'm a black Jordan brand guy, or else whatever European are. I've got a couple of Lucas and a couple of Giannis's at home because I've got to get my Euro baller shoes.
I definitely had a pair of and-ones back in the day, do you remember?
Oh, wow.
There's a throwback.
And here's the thing, I'm the much older commentator here, so when I'm going, oh wow, you know it's a while back.
Back before basketball boots were readily available in Ireland, or online shopping was a thing. Someone brought them home from the US, so...
Well, I'm just going to give a shout out to our officiating team who are on the far side from us as well. We have Katrina White, Ruth Neal, and Adam Wickham. And Katrina joined me on the wild adventures following Claire Mealy around Euro Cup, the Euro Cup final, of course, in both Ferrol and Lille. Katrina made it both days. And I suppose for you as a former player, like seeing, an Irish player get to that level of final, play at that level, like how important is it for the game across the island?
It's unbelievable. Like, I mean, there was fever pitch about it here within the basketball community, but I think like that could be made a bigger thing. It's unbelievable. When we were growing up, like, there was a few playing in the States, and that was it really. Like, I don't think there was many, or maybe because media exposure, we wouldn't have known about that many.
Well, as someone was pointing out to me, like when Pat Burke won the EuroLeague with Panathinaikos, and obviously Pat born in Ireland but raised in the US.
Yeah.
No one knew about it because there was no way to watch it in Ireland. So an Irish guy just won like the biggest trophy in Europe, and nobody knew. Whereas today it's so easy to access so many games from across the continent, and like for people on YouTube, so we were able to get that like directly in front of so many young people. It was amazing.
And it's brilliant as well because she's played in the Irish Super League so recently. To see her go to those levels in Europe, it's
and stepping up that fast. It's a really impressive part.
I know she's a phenomenal athlete. Like
But even then, like no matter how good you are, when you step up, like normally there's an adjustment phase. Hers is very short.
Yeah. She had that fan club as well. I was like, whoa, she's doing good.
I met the fan club, the Clares gang. Oh yeah, when I was in Farrell, they were quite the crack crowd. Gave me some great tips on where to eat and drink there. I was saying, it's a great city to go to even if you don't like basketball. The basketball's a bonus. It's actually a lovely place. Tony's just telling everybody about what's going to be happening here. And we've had people really, giving up time from all over. Like I know that Catherine's going to be our MC shortly. She's come over from London. You've come all the way from Athlone. I only just came from Rathmines. I had like nothing to do coming up from Dublin. Like just hopped in a taxi, hopped on the Enterprise. I was here. But it just shows sort of how committed people are to try and like help get an event like this going.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And even like our little comms team talk before the event, it's like everybody's here because they want to be here, and it's more than just giving money to charity. It's about building the community and building that spirit. It's fantastic. And even the players, like they're all here on their own dime. They come from all over the country. You're saying one of the guys came from England. Like, it's fantastic.
That's right. Max Richardson's from England, and Matt Tracy's barely home from Iceland after his season there. He seems to like winter sports countries because he played his first pro season in Switzerland. He's now gone to Iceland, so I don't know. Maybe we're going to see the Norwegian League for Matt Tracy next year. Who knows? He's secretly going to get into luge, I think. And a lot of familiar faces you'll obviously see throughout the day, the evening here, folks. But we'll mention a couple of ones you mightn't. Obviously, not everybody's too aware of Max Richardson, but the other one I suppose jumped out is Lucian Christophes, who isn't too well known, but he's like sort of the secret weapon for Team Paul, we've all been told, basically.
Which, sorry?
Lucian Christophes.
Yeah, I've heard that name a few times. I was inquiring, and he's one to look out for. He's a secret assassin.
Well, our three-point contest is underway.
Here we go.
James Hannigan's going first. He'll have 90 seconds. And he has one money rack. That's worth double. Everything else is worth 1 point. 20 shots, 90 seconds. No.
This is pressure I would not be able for.
Oh, no. So once the 90 seconds starts.
Maybe from the key.
James Hannigan from Demons.
Here we go.
Makes the first. Oh, he's off to a great start. 2 of 3. 3 and 4. Great start from the right corner. He's a right elbow now. Missed the first. He's still on 3. Oh, in and out.
So
4. 4 still for Hannigan as he goes to the top of the key. Hannigan, top of the key, first shot.
Boom.
Drains it, 5.
Yeah.
No, that looked like it was all the way in. Hannigan still on 5. That's another in and out.
Yeah.
6 for Hannigan. Goes to the left elbow.
8 shots left.
He is looking great for time here, I think. 7. Oh, that's 8. Still on 8.
No.
So he stays on 8.
4 shots left.
His last rack, left corner. He's got to adjust himself. Makes the first. That's 9. 10.
He likes those baseline shots.
Oh, front iron. It's going to be hard now. Adjusting the shot.
No.
Finishes with 10. That's
Not bad.
that's a tough standard to follow. Like, he has set down a marker as the first one up in this 3-point contest, James Hannigan. Unfortunately, we haven't actually been told what his double rack is, so I'm not sure where he was actually scoring bonus points. It wasn't terribly clear to me anyway, we'll see.
Didn't get particularly excited about any spot.
Yeah, he was just cool and relaxed to the problem, so he's a cool customer, James. So next up, it's Hazel Finn.
Here we go. MVP from this year's Women's Cup final.
That's right. Great season for her with Liffey and, of course, playing for Ireland as well. Made the journey from Kiltimagh last night, she was telling me.
I think she's pointing at the top of the key for a money rack.
And Tony bigging up Hazel Finn before she goes out. If you're doing something like this, would you like them?
No, absolutely not.
Misses the first. Oh, she's 0 of 2, and it's very tough when you miss the first couple.
Yeah.
Like, just building that rhythm is so hard.
There you go.
Oh.
No. Here we go.
So none from the right corner, right elbow. Oh, front iron.
There
Finally, gets the first. But that's so important for getting some rhythm. Oh, another
Here's
one.
her money rack now.
Money rack now. So this is huge. Front
Assist.
iron. Katrina Wright saving that ball.
There you go.
That's a second one. That's worth double.
Oh, so close.
She's on 9 points.
She has loads of time.
Yeah. Finn, that looks like a swish.
There
It
you go.
is. That brings her to 12. Hannigan's 36, the leading score right now.
She has time.
Oh, 15 now. Clock is
one
against
more.
her.
Last one.
Last shot. She'll get it off in time. But she won't make it. So 4 makes for 15 points for Hazel Finn. The 10 makes for 36 for James Hannigan, the current leading score. Just I'm letting Scully know here just off mic that the home scoreboard is where we can see the actual scores, because I was trying to use sign language there, but I was terrible at it. I only copped on
I
during.
thought you were pointing someone out in the crowd.
No. So the so we can keep track of the score a bit better for you folks tuning in wherever you are.
Your maths was fantastic. It's like, how's he keep
Oh yeah, no, it's like I know a couple of mathematicians and they are terrible at arithmetic actually. Ramon Nelson, of course, won the league with Dana 2 seasons ago. What's in season with Malahide this past year. Ramon, misses the first and the second. Ramon makes the third, and he's on 6. So Nelson off the front iron gets his third and his fourth. No good. So he's level now. So he's 1 behind Hazel Finn in makes. Oh, doesn't get the shooter's roll. Gets that one. And that was his money rack shot. Only 1 off the money rack, so he's on 18. It's a long way behind Hannigan, but he's made that one. 21.
Bring it back
24.
There.
It's getting interesting. Oh. He can get to 27 here. It'd be huge. He can't. He needs all 4 here to tie James Hannigan.
8 seconds left. He's got to hurry up.
Clock is against him. Hannigan will hold on to his lead. Nelson finishes with 24. So we said, Scully, that was a serious score put up by James Hannigan, and it's shown it through the first 2 to follow him. And you stay up next. Well, the one thing we know about Baltic bowlers is they can shoot.
I'm excited to see this one, I'm not going to lie.
Absolutely. So left elbow is the money rack for Stay. It's the one directly in front of our commentary position. Stay misses her first. And again, that first is so important. She's made her first make now.
She's
2.
not wasting any time. She's through those
she
4
is absolutely out like a rocket.
Yeah.
3 makes. 4. I was certain that was going in. So 4 makes. She is on pace to match Hannigan right now. 5. Oh, in and out. This is a big one for her before the money rack. She makes it 6. Money rack time. These are the big balls. Bad angle on that. Gets the release. So 24. This will get her to 30. It doesn't.
4 shots left.
21, sorry, is our current score.
She has loads of time.
She is grand for time, but she's not going to make enough. This is her last shot. She makes it. 27, sorry, that was a money rack shot at the end. She actually went for a left corner, sorry, not left elbow. It's a 27, so that moves her into second. But Hannigan's still showing the standard. He's at like 10 makes or 36 points when you count in the money ball racks. Like, that is a serious score, which is, I think it's going to be very hard for either Charlie.
It's hard to follow that.
Yeah, for either Charlie or Mark to make.
When you're chasing a score like that, it's really hard.
Oh, yeah,
You have the number in your head, so you're not concentrating.
That's the thing. Like, it's almost easier to go first because you're just going out and do what you do.
There's an added layer to it.
So Mark Burns. Makes his first. Still just a one make for Mark so far. Languid enough going between them, but he's made second one. So 2 makes. Oh, it's 2 from 7 now. 3 from 8. That's got him still on an okay pace.
He's another cool customer.
He
might
definitely
need to
is.
speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, the clock is not his friend right now.
He doesn't seem phased though.
2 makes there, but he's only got 30 seconds for the last 8 balls.
Yeah.
And after 3 straight makes, and seriously unlucky on his third shot there. Had another ball coming across him. He's got 20 seconds. The clock is back on his side now. But the scoring has not been. Makes that one. Stepped over the line. They can't. And they ruled that one out for another. 2. Oh my word. 2 of his last 3 makes were ruled out for stepping over the line. So that actually puts him back to third, I think.
What did he end up on?
I think he finished on 24 because they took him down from 27 twice. So I think that means that Uste is still in second. And Charlie McGrath, the only person standing between James Hannigan and the lead. So misses the first is Charlie. Makes her second. And it's so important in this to get an early shot. Just gives you a bit more confidence and rhythm. Charlie's only 1 make so far, though.
She's a lovely high arcing shot.
A lovely stroke. 2 from her first 6. So 2 from.
That nearly went in.
That nearly went in. I was almost wrong there saying 2 from 8. But that's 3 now from 9. Front iron. This is her money rack. She needs to make these ones. Now she's back in contention. Now she really is 24.
Hey.
4 from 8 here would tie her with James Hannigan.
That's it.
That's the first.
Yeah.
Second. Third. She can tie James Hannigan with 1 make. Win
seconds.
with 2. She needs 1 to tie Hannigan.
Come on.
2 balls left.
Yes.
Yes, this for the win. Charlie
Oh!
McGrath with the walk-off.
39.
39 points for Charlie McGrath. She only made 2 of her first 8. Made the money rack rain. Changed everything there, Scally.
That's unreal. She really took her time. She didn't get stressed out. She missed a few at the start.
So we are going to have our top 2 go again. So she actually was in the final before she took her last 2 makes. So we're going to have both James and Charlie go again. James, of course, has been waiting the longest between shots here.
Yeah, Charlie could be hot when she goes back in.
I think Charlie's still got the heat. James has been cooling for the last couple of minutes here.
Yeah.
Can't quite hear what James is saying, but I'm guessing he's confident.
He looks it anyway.
Gotta say, it's the one thing we saw from him all season with Demons, in fairness, was outrageous confidence. Of course, that his Demon side winning the championship only a couple of weeks ago. Well,
Okay,
finally
one.
makes his third.
Oh,
Shooter's roll! I mean, it's been going against all of them, so finally somebody gets it. So he is still on 2. 3 from his first 6. 4 from 7.
Yeah.
5 from 8. Hannigan's off to a very hot start here. And this is his money rack. And he's made his first 2 money racks. 3 from the money rack. Oh, but 3 from the money rack. It's huge. Clock is still okay. He's matched his first round score now of 36.
No.
Still on 36. 4 balls left. And again has to adjust in that corner. Oh, in and out. Still
10
matching his
seconds
first round
time.
score.
There we go.
39. He has matched the score of Charlie McGrath. And he's set a new top score. 42 points for James Hannigan. Crucially, 3 of 4 from the money rack. Those double ups could be huge. That 42-point score for James Hannigan. So Charlie McGrath.
Now she could do it.
Yeah, she could well
She
do
missed her
it.
first 4.
Yeah, she only
Or she made 1 from
she only
4
made
quarter.
2 of the first 8 and
Yeah.
then just got lit. But it's a very, very big score she's chasing down here.
Yeah.
You got to think she needs to at least get 3 from the money rack, no matter what she's doing everywhere else.
She's going to the same money rack at the top of the key.
Top of the key for the money rack for both of them. So our volunteers ready there to retrieve the balls as quickly as possible. Charlie McGrath. She needs
Boom.
42 points for the win. Makes her second shot of the day. On her third.
Oh.
So 2 from 4. It's a solid start. 3 from 5. Ooh.
Yes.
4 from 7. She's
Okay, here
1
we
behind
go.
Hannigan at this stage. But 3 here would be enormous.
Oh.
Misses the first. Makes the second.
Yes.
She needs both of these, you'd think. Doesn't get that one. This is a must make. And it doesn't. She essentially needs to be perfect from here on out.
There we go.
There we go. 21.
Another one.
Another one. She can't afford a single miss, though.
Oh
my
she's not
word.
missing.
Oh
Oh,
my. She
from
needs 4
4.
from 4.
Holy shit. Yes.
That's high. Arcing. Oh. She's gonna match. No, she just misses out. 36. And those money rack balls proving crucial in the end, because 6 of 8 in the run-in. She needed all 8 of the final ones just to tie it. Like, that was an extraordinary from Charlie McGrath. James Hannigan coming up good in the final.
He upped his score, so what are you going to
He
do?
raised his
That
score to
was- that was
42.
impressive.
But she matched his first round score, Scally.
Amazing.
So I'm going to ask you this as a former player. Would you rather have been doing this or doing what's later, the dunk contest?
Oh. If I could have a little trampoline, I would prefer the dunk contest.
I'm sure.
I wasn't really allowed out around there, so we wouldn't know what I was doing. I could throw it up, but it wouldn't have been as pretty as that.
Would you like to be a prop in a dunk contest? Would you trust a player with your life to jump over you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, neither would I, to be honest.
I'm a tall gal, so I would just feel like I would be,
Yeah, I'm like 6'3", and while I'm a big boy, I'm not built for that kind of beating anymore.
No.
So James Hannigan, well, he's winning a lot of awards lately. A Super League trophy a couple of weeks ago, and now he's grabbing that.
That's not a bad turnaround.
Yeah, it's a pretty good, month or so in your life.
Yeah. Great for the LinkedIn profile.
Well, oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I do rather enjoy it when you see sort of, athletes like their LinkedIn's and as I kind of go, it's like professional whatever, 20 years. Like some of them will go into the detail of say each and every club. But
Yeah.
you do see some said, professional basketball player at basketball. They
Yeah,
won't even
yeah,
bother
yeah.
saying. And like
Baller at basketball.
Baller at basketball, 15 years. So obviously we're going to have our warm-ups now for our two sides here. It's Team Jordan and Team Paul. I know Paul wanted to be named for his surname, but it's a family-friendly show. We couldn't do that. You know,
that took me a second.
Just saying, I was serious. Paul actually did want to go with that. Jordan's team, though, now, this is definitely going to need your player input. I was in Connolly Station this morning, but I didn't have a basketball game to play, so when I was getting my breakfast sandwich, I didn't feel bad about it.
Okay.
You know, seeing him, Kyle, Adrian O'Sullivan, quite a few of the Cork boys who'd all come up this morning. And it was like paninis, it was caramel slices, there was definitely, there was quite a few jam buns. Would that be a pre-game meal for you in your playing days?
If it's early and you've got a game at 6, 7 o'clock, you can get that.
It was about 12:30.
Okay, yeah, you can get a bit of sugar. I mean, like, you're not going to have a full carbonara. It'll be sitting on your stomach, but look, these guys are fit. They're just out of the season. They're fine.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be doing it all the time, but every now and then it's okay.
Because I'm thinking, like, you know, you got Adrian with his Instagram, which is like, you know, showing off his fitness, you know, work and being a fitness god, and he's out there getting the jam on. You know.
You're allowed to have a little, like, the 80-20 rule. You can have a little bit of something every time. It's not.
Oh, so that's what I've been getting wrong.
Fast.
Only 20% of what I eat is good for me.
Maybe.
That's it. I mean, 80% of my diet being spice bags. I think that's ideal for a growing boy at 44.
Yeah. But these guys are athletes, so I think they're fine. They know their bodies. They know what they can run on and what they can't.
Well, I've got to ask you about Jay Will here, Josh Wilson's jersey number choice. So I've seen 0, I've seen 00. I have never seen 000 on a jersey.
I have also never seen 3 numbers.
Ever,
like
no.
Well,
it's a sport with 2 digits.
I thought it was a typo on the.
No, I thought it was a typo. It's clearly like, because he wears 0 when he's playing, and you know, he's like, it's a very classic, a guard who felt he was underrated number.
Yeah.
Like, as someone who's been commentating a long time, I see this far too much. And I think we are waiting to go to Orla, are we? Or?
Yeah, I think Orla has someone ready to go.
Orla has got. So we not quite ready for Orla yet, but so while we're waiting, so yeah, Josh obviously long time with Ada. He's got Ramon Nelson, who of course won the championship with him a couple of years ago. Yeah. Back playing alongside him today. When you have sort of time off playing with somebody and get back playing with them, like how hard is it to get the rhythm back?
Do you know what? I played in a I'm gonna forgive my age here. I played in a Masters tournament with some girls that I used to play with in UL, like when I was in college, so we're talking a long time ago. And I was a little bit nervous. I was like, God, I haven't played with these
Masters
girls
is only
so
over
long.
35. You're young.
Yeah, I was the over 35 in the under, or the over 35 in the under 40s. But it was like we had never stopped playing together. It was wild, and that's like a long time. I mean, like, fitness and bodies may be a little bit different.
Oh yeah, but I think the chemistry hard.
The chemistry and the mechanics was all still there.
That is really interesting to know.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was class. You just get to, like, when you're playing with someone at that high level, you just get a flow with them, and you just never forget it.
And because you actually think there again with Jordan's team was like Sean Jenkins, who was spent most of his playing time up in Dublin, but obviously he's a Cork man to the core. Like for him, getting back playing out with Jordan, with David Lahan, with O'Sullivan, like these are lads he'd have played about with in Cork in various degrees. Yeah. Like for him, it's going to be kind of an interesting situation. Like.
Yeah, but look, I mean, I'm really excited to see some good basketball. I'm looking at the players on these teams. I'm like, it's going to be class.
And now
they'll gel together no matter what.
The big concern for me going into this game, and I was saying it to you repeatedly beforehand, was after all the years covering them, I still can't tell Aidan and Connor Quinn apart. So for those of you wondering, it's Aidan is the one wearing number 8, who I think is the one going by us right now, and Connor is number 5 today.
Okay. Aidan 8, Connor 5.
That is absolutely right.
And we're still going to mix it up.
Oh, of course. The one I think no one's going to mix up is, of course, Paddy McGahern. He'll be out there in 59. He's currently got his top on, but the one who looks like Tony is Paddy McGahern. Is why I think no one's going to mix up.
I thought it was Tony when I came in this morning. It's like, you didn't tell me you were playing.
Yeah, it's like...
And then I realised before I made the error.
Then, of course, Paul Dick just coming over to us here now. Of course, played in the last 2 championship games with Leicester, losing both of them. But of course, winning the cup earlier this year with his home club in Dublin.
That was a fantastic win.
Oh, it was a great final to cover. Yeah. And I got to say, like, for the games we've been covering, the last season we were very, very lucky from TG Carter's perspective in terms of the level of quality in the actual contest. Because we'd had quite a few which were getting a little one-sided the last couple of years. We had real battles in the finals this year, which really, really helped out.
And it's brilliant because like basketball doesn't get that exposure, so when you have it, you always want it to be a really close game.
Yeah, like our
you
fear.
want it to be like really, really exciting for the people who are not in the basketball community that are tuning in
Exactly.
passively.
We're a sport that's on national TV 8 times a year, excluding the Olympics, but our players are only on 8 times a year. And so you want it to be a game people want to care about. That's either an Ireland team winning or two Irish teams playing against each other and having a proper battle.
Yeah, double overtime.
Well,
if we could try.
Tales from behind the studio, Mike and TG Carr coming in that, let me tell you, nothing scares the production team and TG Carr more than overtime. Because we got people in Ballynahown kind of going, Nook is on at this time.
Like, uh-oh.
And if you aren't finished,
Can
you're in
someone
trouble.
just win here, please?
Basically, yes.
Great TV, but not good for the production
We were
teams.
terrified toward the end of the men's Super League final this year.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because it was getting very, very close.
Yeah. And all you can do is wait.
Yeah,
It's completely out of your hands.
Absolutely.
That is a job that I could not and would not do.
And like, just going to ask about Jordan for a second, because he moved clubs this year. He's gone to Killorton, he's living down there, and he seems to love the area. You've moved clubs as well, of course, during your playing time. How hard it was to get used to like sort of changing who you played for at a high level?
It was a bit odd. I'd been away from it for a while, and just by happenstance, I was living in Galway, and Joe Shields said, asked me did I want to play with Mary. So it wasn't too bad because I'd been away and I came back, but it was a little bit strange going back in with a completely new team when you're used to like I was with UL for 5 years, and like it was a family and it was everything. Like players come and go, but like the core group stayed there. So this was a completely new team, and I was playing with some players that I would have played against a lot, which was really interesting. But you just have to weigh in and get into it, and yeah, it was brilliant. It was a brilliant experience.
Is it a bit like being the new kid at a school?
Yes, absolutely, and it's never not terrifying.
And that for all the youngsters going, it's like, don't worry, it gets better.
No, it never gets better.
We can't be scaring children on the broadcast. It's like, I'm the one who's
always do it, but it's always going to be a little bit scary. But if it's scary, then it's good.
I will point out, I'm the one who's not a parent saying this on the broadcast. And so, of course, just seeing on our little banner here, being reminded, of course, we are doing all of this for the Children's Heartbeat Trust. So, huge shout out to them, and of course, this event in memory of Paddy, who's just come across us off camera there, and Tony's mother. So, huge props to them for all their work on this together. This volunteer team from across the island, and even people who don't live in the island. Catherine, like I said, over London, is from the island.
There's a connection.
There's a connection, like but it's going to be fascinating to sort of to see how the guys are playing, because we've had about 2 weeks off, most of them, I think.
Just 2?
Well, how long is the championship?
I'm trying to think.
Is it 3 weeks now since the championship?
It feels like longer, but maybe 3.
Yeah, I have been caught out that way before, where I suddenly realised, oh yeah, that game was only a week ago.
Yeah.
More often than not in my life, actually. Like, so it's like, oh yeah, that game was not 2 weeks ago, but it was like 4 days ago. But yeah, they're only like a month or so off, maybe at most.
Yeah, at most.
At most.
But it's amazing what that month will do, because when you're in it and you're in that, like when you're competing every weekend, then when you stop, you switch off. So it'll be interesting to see who's sharp in that sense. And
I'm going to ask you this from the perspective of an unfit person. So I always felt that when you're running so much to the bone, whether it's work, whether it's sports, whatever, it's when you stop, it's when your body goes, yeah, you were running on far more fumes than you thought, and now it's going to crash.
Yeah.
Did you have that crash quite often, a day or two after the end of a season?
Yeah, because like this is going to sound awful, but you don't have the choice but to train, because you're playing and you have to. It's 2-3 times a week. You got the games at the weekend, so you are just you're not running at empty, but you're at high speed all the time. And then when you stop, you're like, oh god.
And we are now going to call over to Orla Keeling, who has an interview for us on the far side.
I have the 2 Fulton legends here. They are selling Raffle tickets. We have some merchandise. That's fancy. Can I get it? Ooh. There's some merchandise for prizes. We have a
1-2, 1-2. Okay, I'm joined by 3-point winner James Hannigan. ISO basketball Sean Green is here to present your award. Congratulations. James, what were your thoughts coming into today?
I was small but nervous. Didn't really touch a ball since the league finals. You know, I like to take a small bit of a detox. It's been a long year, like. But as soon as I seen the first ball go in, like confidence was the same as normal, and I just caught fire and was happy that happened. To be honest, yeah.
Was it an advantage being here last year?
Yeah, I think me and Charlie were here last year, so we both got to the final. I feel like we were a small bit less nervous. Kind of knew what to expect, like. But we got a bit close towards the end. No, I just kind of caught fire then. Once I seen the first 2 or 3 go in, I felt like it was just ease from there. So yeah, I'm happy.
You mentioned the league final. Celebration still going in Cork?
Do you know what? Since we lost the cup final, like we made it our plan to make sure we win the league. And as I said, like it's such a big commitment. Like especially some lads. I know you got professionals, you got some lads working all the time. So as soon as we won, we celebrated and stuff. But I'd say most of the lads haven't even touched the basketball since. And then I'd say usually what happens every year, after 2 months, everyone gets a fire back and they're back training 2 or 3 months. Then they should be training. So that's just how it goes. Like so, yeah.
Speaking of Cork basketball, we basically have Team Cork behind us, aka Team Jordan. What was that? There was a lot of bribery going on before the draft, I'd say.
See, I was actually kind of got a bit giddy watching the draft because I feel like Jordan was picking all the Cork lads, and then I think Dick was trying to get matchups for him. But there's 7 lads from Cork on one team. I don't think it's like a all-star friendly thing. I think there's way more of a competitive edge to it now. Like the Cork lads want to win as always, so that's going to be interesting.
Pretty much, I better let you go. Best of luck in the game. Brilliant. Back to you, Fiona and Emmett.
Is he basically comatose when he's calm?
I don't know, but that is the most relaxed interview I think I've ever heard.
It's like, it's like, I was a bit nervous there. It's like, bro, like, we should have him in charge of nuclear weapons or something if that's how relaxed that guy can be. But yeah, it is an extremely Cork Jordan team. Like, I remember the draft.
Yeah.
Orla was working on that as well. It was even with the replacement player, of course, because it's like great that we have Dara Sullivan up here with Team Jordan because Aidan Igahan had to pull out due to other commitments, and so it went from a dub to another Cork man. And like James Gormley, and well, so he's got Ramon as well. There's James, there's Ramon, and there's Josh. And from like a workout, everyone else is Cork on that team. Whereas now that said, like
I'm kind of calling it Team Cork in my head.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to say it out loud, but
yeah, like it's like you've got
to
like
decipher apart. I'm like, you know what? For all intents and purposes.
Well, it's like what I always loved about sort of the AINA team that won the championship a couple of years ago was they had this wonderful spread nationalities, including Birmingham, which is what it's like it's like Ramon representing Brummies in the Irish Cup final. Tony's about to do the player intros here, and we get the formal intros. We will both shut up. And Tony McGahern, definitely a man in a good mood for this. He's really The
table is another job that I try to stay away from.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have the attention span for that. Like I said, this is a guy who does play-by-play for a living. That table will be even worse for me. Because you can get away with the odd mistake when you're a commentator, not so much when you're a table official.
Absolutely not.
There are 3 referees.
Here we go.
So we've 1 Quinn starting. Do we have 2?
He was about to sit back down.
He was. Like, has he forgotten how
Another
player
shy
intros
guy.
work? Like, it's not that he hasn't been doing this for like a decade. Like, Adrian O'Sullivan.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and another Ireland international starting. So we will get 2 Quinn starting. The commentator's nightmare does come true.
You take one, I take one. And you only speak about one of them.
Matt Tracy, so pretty certain everyone who's been called out so far is an Ireland international, because most, in fairness, of them have caps. Like, it's like the people who haven't played for Ireland are the ones who aren't Irish, essentially, when it comes to this All Stars lineup. Lucian Christophus starting.
I have friends coming who don't know much about basketball, and they're like, "Is it going to be a good game?" And I was like, "Well, basically the senior men's Irish team." So
Irish team
yeah,
plus mates.
yeah, I think it is. Plus really good mates.
Yes. Jim Gormley
Okay.
and Matt Tracy. So Paul Dick opting against starting himself.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is fascinating.
Okay. Super sub.
Look at the maybe he wants to get a look at it before he lets,
Yeah, see, let it heat up, and then it's going to come on.
bit of a Manu Ginobili in that, like, you know.
I think Jordan Blunt is mic'd up.
Well,
Are they going to mic up Katrina White? No, I think it's him.
I think it is Jordan being mic'd up. Okay, well playing.
I saw Mike and one of these guys as well. We'll have to see who it is.
Paul Dick in his home city getting booed. Obviously, it's a good jest, but wow. Rapavitis, the first player ever of Lithuanian descent to play internationally for Ireland in senior international basketball. And as Rap pointed out, yeah, but I'm from Kerry. So
yeah.
it's like,
It's your Levi.
yeah.
All right, so all niceties now.
Absolutely.
Get it out of the way.
Tracy getting in some early dunk practice there. So this little bit of the final warm-up beforehand, like, are you just trying to stay loose, or what's the general mode at this stage?
Yeah, you're just trying to run in those layups and get rid of that kind of like extra energy that you don't want to bring onto the court. Kind of nervous. I mean, I don't know how nervous these guys will get.
Well,
in general, you never know. Sometimes people look really, really relaxed and they're absolutely having a heart attack inside.
My mind harkens back to pre-season this campaign. So Sean Jenkins got ejected from a game against Cheshire Phoenix. And I got a shot. I was like, dude, getting ejected in a preseason game? He goes, yeah, getting out of the system now, so it doesn't happen in the regular season.
That is brilliant. Just get fouled out in all your all the preseason.
Oh, he got into it. He got into it. One of the Cheshire players. They both got ejected. And it's kind of going like, this is preseason. He's getting ejected. And so he goes, nah, you've got to get out of the system before the real game starts.
I have never heard that, but it kind of makes sense. As an aggressive player, that kind of makes sense.
I think he might have made it up on the spot, is what I would argue, like, you know, after the fact. But the question is, this is a game which won't impact him for next season. Will we see Sean Jenkins get ejected just because he can without consequence?
I mean, if that's the way his mind works, he's one in the bag for next year.
Exactly, you know, it's going to be fascinating. Like, so for those of you just tuning in, it'll be Team Paul will be playing in mostly orange, and Team Jordan will be in mostly black. And if you're tuning,
very cholesterol coded.
it is. Oh! If Declan King is watching down in Kinsale, he's definitely going to have a bit of a laugh hearing that. Like, but I don't think Tony's got real cholesterol connections. But of course, Paul, even when he was,
there might have been an influence there.
Yeah, because even when Paul wasn't a cholesterol player, he had cholesterol links, obviously through his mother and all that. So yeah, that'll be curious.
Was there player input when the gear was being ordered? I wonder.
Just like sort of suddenly getting it in there, like, although maybe it was a case of, if we go anyway with Neptune and Demons colours, both Neptune and Demons players will be upset that it's too much one and too much the other.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, they go with the neutral option of, you know, we'll just go everything's cholesterolified. And obviously the referees, this is going to be the part that's a little confusing. The referees are wearing the same colours as Team Jordan.
Yeah.
But of course they will have sleeves, whereas Team Jordan's won't. So
they have sleeves and black pants, but look, who knows?
We'll
if the ball comes their way, they might just catch it.
Katrina said if it comes her way, she'll put the shot up. You know, Katrina White, not shy about anything.
I would not put it past her.
And of course, again, just want to give a shout out to our charity that we're supporting, the Children's Heartbeat Trust. Delighted that this event is happening in support of them. And of course, in memory of Janet McGahern. So we are starting. Okay, so slight bit of mind games. It wasn't the starting lineup. So it is a totally different starting lineup, in fact, that Paul's gone with. We only have one Quinn starting, and Max Richardson, and Rapavitis. and John Carroll. So literally one of the fellas who was allegedly a starter is starting for that.
We've earrings coming out there.
Gotta be a little bit careful, like, you know.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that would terrify me. If any sort of facial jewelry, like earrings, nose ring, tongue ring, or tongue piercing, like, you know, it's just to kind of go, oh, no.
No.
That's just terrifying in a sporting environment. Jim Gormley, Jordan Blount, stepping up, James Hannigan, Kyle Hosford, and Sean Jenkins. So Jim Gormley stopping it from being an all-court starting lineup. What? And Jordan Blount has just told us that they have fired their coach.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the
court.
Hot off the press. Sean Ingle has been fired for starting one non-Cork man.
Well, there's a fiery start to the game. We haven't even thrown it in.
Absolutely the most Corkified team that I think will ever play in an exhibition game in this country.
And they would say challenge accepted.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They will. And we are underway.
There we go.
Team Jordan playing from left to right on your screens. Team Paul playing from right to left, and it's Kyle Hosford getting us underway. Jordan Blount putting it up in there for Jim Gormley.
Nice.
And that's the opening score of the game. Do you think the refs are going to be lighter in the foul calls or harder? Paul Dick outside. Max Richardson. Oh, can't make it, but offensive board. Oh, behind the back bounce pass from Bavidas. Quinn.
From way out.
Way out.
Nice.
Oh, with a long three.
Which one is it then?
Which one?
I gotta wait for him to turn around.
I actually have to wait for him to turn around myself. So Hossie is using his jersey out to Hannigan for three. And a 3-point contest winner makes his first three of this game.
He's warmed up already.
And it was indeed Aidan Quinn, by the way, who made that three. The Vitus looking to answer right back. Long three from Jordan Blount, not this time. Going all the way downtown. The Vitus
laying it in.
Yeah, 8 plays 5 right now. Hosford slowing it down a little bit. We have started a million miles an hour here, I think. Jenkins.
Someone's got to move.
Inside, Gorman looking to use his sides against John Carroll. Step back, floater, no good.
No.
And that's a factor we've got to watch for in this game, because obviously James Gormley very, very tall, putting it mildly. No good there from that effort. Because there's no real traditional big going up against him. Like, it's John Carroll playing the 5. Like, you know, that must be a tough thing to coach for.
It is, but I think you just got to put someone on that's just going to have an actual fight with them and just push them out and just not let them bully you inside.
Dick.
Easier said than done.
Of course. And it's Rapp from long three. Range. Rapp of Vitus. Sean Jenkins. Oh, through the legs. Hannigan intercepted briefly, but not a full turnover. Step through.
Oh,
Jenkins looking for the acrobat score. Couldn't quite make it count. Outside. Oh, what a beautiful
that was a
volleyball grade move by Paul Dick there to set up Max Richardson. Hannigan. Oh, and that'll be over and back. Richardson can't keep it in. Over, step through.
Oh,
Jenkins looking for the acrobat score. Couldn't quite make it count. And as the referee can't quite is pointing out, like, because somehow Jordan's team was saying, hey, that's our ball. No, it's not. He threw it out of play. It was a terrible pass. Like, if we get emigrate plays here, I'm going to call him out. That was an emigrate play. John Carroll, long three. No. Well, the guys have been enjoying the long shots so far, but that one didn't pay off. It's 13-5. Still into the first 3 minutes of this All-Star game. And Blount, back iron, so we had a bit of a malfunction technically there, but it's all keeping going. Quinn. Through the gap. He draws the foul, and so they are calling fouls in the All-Star game. 2 free throws coming up here for Aidan Quinn.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shooting from outside.
Yeah, well,
but they're going to start driving now. They can't keep that up.
Yeah, well, we've got a couple of lines for other sports, obviously, on the court, and they've also been using those as markers. Quinn makes the first. And I can share the nerdy stat I know about free throws. On average, more first free throws are missed than second or third. And it's to do with how your eyes adjust to the depth. That extra second or two in between the free throws, you get better depth perception. So I know, it's things you learn when you're doing commentary a long time. So Kyle Hosford's bringing it up. It is a 10-point lead already for Paul Dick's side.
Oh.
Hannigan from deep. Makes it.
Wow,
That's a big, big three for Team Jordan right there.
I would have said it's a 2.
Was it 2?
I saw a foot on the line.
Oh.
No, it was called a 3.
It was called a 3. Oh, great vision there. Paul Dick trying to set up the acrobatic play, but Gormley intercepting.
Just a little bit too much gas on that.
I was going to say that quarterback pass was definitely overshot.
It looked like it was going to get there, and then it just a little bit too much.
David Lahan coming in, and we have, for the first time this game, all Cork on the court.
And they look delighted.
They look absolutely overjoyed. It is Cork versus the rest of the world right now. Quinn.
Beautiful drive.
Drive and score. The lead is 9. Jenkins. Through the gap, and lovely finish. Well,
that was serious.
Vitus, yeah. Outside to Dick. Paul Dick for 3. Richardson fighting with
black ball.
Could not win that offensive rebound.
Here comes Paddy McGarren.
And so a couple of changes, and of course Lucian Christophas, who we're all excited to get a look at because he is the big mystery to most observers here. Like the vast majority of us, myself included, have not seen him play in person.
Nope. The big unknown.
And Jay Wills in as well, the man wearing 000. Again, for both of us, the first time we've seen 3 digits on somebody in a basketball game. Lahan. Sorry, that was Adrian actually, wasn't it? No, it was Lahan, it was.
Yep,
Vitus calls it out. ISO 3, no good. Paddy McGahern with the rebound. Richardson from deep.
10-point lead again.
Absolutely, they are rolling so far, our team, Paul. Jordan, to Jenkins, what a pass.
Oh,
on the great finish.
That was a gorgeous finish.
It was a gorgeous
finish.
Really hard. It was a gorgeous finish from a great pass. John Carroll, who of course has been loving the golf courses since moving to Sligo to play for them.
Oh, he's gone.
Jay Wills, great play. Jenkins. Great finish.
Nice. Maybe a bit of an on one?
It was definitely debatable. It was definitely in the contest, all right, yeah. Christophas.
He'll take the 2 points, though.
Oh, steal. He's got Wilson.
3 on 1.
He's got Hannigan. He goes for Wilson. Wilson goes for the elbow 3. No good. Richardson's there to clean up. I think the support players really on that fast break. Just didn't get there fast enough. And Max Richardson not reading the room that time. And Ramon Nelson and Adrian O'Sullivan both coming in for the first time. Matt Tracy also taking the floor in place of John Carroll. Tracy had a great scoring season on Iceland. And if you get a chance, visit that place, folks. I went there for 3 or 4 days there in September.
Northern Lights?
It was cloudy, unfortunately. We actually did go out to try and get them, but like cloud cover ruined it. But no, got to see some great waterfalls and other assorted things that look like they exist to only hurt you, and they were beautiful. And I also saw Tayo play a basketball game. And here's Nelson. Trying to use his lack of size there to his advantage.
I was going to say, I don't think he has any business in that key. But it's time to be corrected.
Step back, no good. McGahern with another board.
We got a fast break on here.
Well, it's Paddy. It's going to be more like a middle distance break. Tracy.
Oh.
Vitus.
Nice from Vitus.
Goes for the high IQ play off Lahan. Lahan thought he was pulling himself out of the way enough there because they could see from the way David was standing, he goes, I think he can't get it onto me.
He just hung in the air that little bit too, the extra bit that he needed to get the ball to pop off.
Jordan not happy with any ref call so far.
No. Do we have a technical on the cards?
So Tracy, Christophas misses that one. Lahan. Adrian, what a pass. Nice. No look to Jordan Blount. Jordan needs an option. Jay Will Inside. Oh, great defense there by Rapp.
Another gorgeous pass.
Nelson.
Nice.
And this time using his slightness to find the space. 4-point game. Richardson. Bit of a misstep to deceive.
Adrian Sullivan's there if he gets it off.
Oh. It is off the foot though, so it will stay black ball.
I see what he was trying to do.
It was very, very high level, like very smart. Dara Sullivan coming in now. Ensuring that even when Jordan Blount leaves the court, there is as many court people there as when he was on it. I think that was in his contract. Oh, for the alley-oop! Oh, can't finish it. And Quinn can start the break here. McGahern, Paddy McGahern, a lovely step inside. Lucky to not lose possession there. Tracy from three.
Fast break is on already.
Yeah, Nelson not messing about here. Going up, going back. Oh, lovely move. And what a finish!
Johnny.
Dara Sullivan, he was a late call-up, but what an impact. Christophes.
Oh, nice pass. Christophes hasn't scored yet, but he is holding his own. You can see it.
Oh yeah, no, he looks
You
certainly
can see
looks
it coming.
looks he belongs to the level, right? Just we're waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
Nelson again using his lack of size to his advantage. O'Sullivan.
Nice.
And we have a 2-point game here in Newforge. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Great vision by Wilson. 0-0 with 2 points. It's a tie
very
game.
Relaxed day up.
He is a man who
I would
looks.
have been panicking.
I was going to say, well, the speed Josh is going, it is a man who wants to pace himself, is what I can say here. Christophes through traffic gets the finish. Josh definitely moving a man who does not want to be wrecked before the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Oh, that was a lovely cut.
Lorco with the rebound. Tracy. No good.
No.
Oh, quick pass by Lahan. Adrian. Travel called. I mean, if
he won't like that.
He won't like that, but what I would say is, like, you know, whatever about being light on fouls in an All-Star game, it's darn right to be calling every edition of traveling. You know, it's like, these are top-level players. They've got to get called for traveling. Quinn.
It's definitely you should know better one.
Yeah. Matt Tracy with a sort of like.
Oh.
I wouldn't have so much called.
Orange ball?
It looks orange to me. I wouldn't so much have called that a screen there by Christophes as it was a downfield offensive lineman blocking. Quinn inbounding. Step back three. No good from the corner. And it's Jay Wills going up against Tracy.
Oh, they're really nice drives. They're just not dropping for him.
Yeah, he's just been very unlucky with the release. Tracy up behind the back. Lorca just did not see that. So 25-23 in the final minute of the first quarter. Nice tight All-Star game here in Newforge. And Nelson to tie it up.
Nice. For the smallest, probably the smallest guy in the court, he is not shying away from that drive.
If anything, it's what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't think he's shot from outside.
Christophes stepping back. Tracy.
Tracy trying to find space. Oh.
Avoids a turnover but short clock.
There you go.
And from deep. So it's a 3-point lead. Shot clock is 1 second beyond the game clock, so Josh is going to run this the whole way down. Josh is defining running it down as much as he can, and he's actually looking up at this clock.
He's clearing it out.
No good, but they will not have time.
We were expecting something spectacular.
I thought he was going to do something very silly on purpose, to be honest, for the laugh. But
I was like, why is he running it down?
We
I
are
thought he was going to drive, but no.
we're going to go to Orla very shortly for an interview. But 28-25 at the end of the first quarter to Team Paul.
I'm joined here by Mary Durkin courtside. You're back for another All-Star game. Mary, what does it mean to be here?
Yeah, it was an absolutely amazing event last year, but I thought it would just be a one-off. So when I heard that they were going to make the dunking session a permanent part of it, it was just meant the world to me. So they gave me this top last year with David's name on it, and I was glad to be able to wear it again.
I hear you are involved later on. Dare you give us a sneak preview?
Yeah, I might be having to be dunked over. So I've met the guy who's going to do it, and he said, it's okay, I've dunked over taller people than you. So that augurs well, I hope.
Anyway, Mary, thanks a million for chatting to me, and thanks a million for being here.
Well, huge thanks to Mary Durkin there for joining us as of course, the dunk contest named in honor of her late son, the great David Durkin, who the previous edition of this set up a...
It's mean to be back again a second year in the... What does it mean to be back again, a second-year All-Star, and you're back here sponsoring the event?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. We were privileged for Tony to bring it up to us again. Last year was such a success, and it was a no-brainer to come back.
You had a really exciting three-point contest there. Talk us through. James Hannigan came out with the win again.
It was close. He told me that he was a bit nervous when Charlie was shooting those last few threes, and so was I, because it was neck and neck. Both of them put up a great fight, but James came out on top this time.
And the gear this year is excellent, the orange and the black. What can clubs that are watching, how can they get in touch with yourself?
Well, I suppose what we are, we specialise in basketball wear. So people, any teams, players that want to get gear, they can reach out via Instagram or email help@isobasketball.shop.
Brilliant, thanks Sean. Hopefully we'll see you back next year.
So thanks to ISO as well, of course, for their great support. And as we are back underway in the second quarter, Lorco, no good. 28-25, Team Paul leads, and of course we heard from Mary Durkin, his son David, the dunk contest named in his honour. David was making national waves with a dunk contest about 12 years ago here in Belfast, and it's great to see that his legacy's been committed on. Step back is no good, but so I asked you earlier about being willing to be dunked over. Mary Durkin.
Yeah, I said absolutely not. If Mary's going to do it, maybe.
And Paul Dick extends the lead for Team Paul. Ramon Nelson.
The score has definitely tightened up. I thought it was going to run away at the start. We had about a 10
it was
gap.
a 10-point gap. It was 20-10, and of course, Team JB coming back. Gormley no good on that shot, but he is going to the line. Of course, one thing to watch out for with Ramon is he was very much an off-the-bench player 2 years ago when he was with Aina. This season just gone, very much a starter for Malahide, heavier minutes, and I think he's enjoying a more featured role.
Yeah. When you get those minutes, you get more confidence. Game time, it's invaluable.
And Gormley makes the first free throw.
Just our second set of free throws in the game.
Yeah, just a second in the whole game. Yeah, it's been. And Katrina White, our referee, enjoying herself. It's the first missed free throw of the game. Kyle Hosford with the rebound and the score, and a big smile on Quinn's face, realizing he messed up the defensive play there. Inside to his brother. Back to Matt Tracy. And Tracy from three, 5-point lead restored.
Katrina White is joking that she's the bad cop.
Well,
she's the only one calling the fouls.
Ramon going through.
Wow.
And
that's a serious move.
He is having a great game out there. Tracy, long three. Whoa, nice. Matt Tracy. Nelson into traffic, can't make that one, but the putback by Jim Gormley. So that's Aidan Quinn to Connor Quinn. Bounce pass inside to Paul Dick. No good on that. Kyle Hosford.
Slowing it down a tiny bit.
Who had to deceive me over his retirement ending earlier this season. I was in Cork, covering a Demons game. And he goes, oh no, I'm retired. 2 days later, Kyle Hosford is out of retirement. It's like, man, I'm going to get you for that. Quinn inside with a beautiful finish. 6-point lead restored for the hosts. Adrian O'Sullivan. Ozzy, front iron.
They're too-
Gormley, though, really making his presence felt.
Yeah, there's no guarding that. I know I was saying get in there and bully the big man out, but when they're that close to the basket.
And did you ever have a player who was just that much taller than everybody else when you're playing opponents, like a uniquely tall player at all in any of your teams?
Aoife McDermott I played with, she was about 6'1".
You know, even 6'3", because I have met Aoife in heels, and that was...
I met her recently. I was like, "Were you always that tall?" She's like, "Yeah."
She's
I was like, "I don't remember you being this tall."
She's a legit 6'3", as we go from crazy from 3 yet again. Which in basketball terms means she's really 6'5", of course, because you always add 2 inches. But
and then the boots might be another inch.
Oh yeah, but like absolutely wild. But I met her in heels once, and she was like, because she normally eyeballs me because I'm 6'3", and then she's towering over me. It was hilarious. Here's Paul Dick through the gap, makes it count.
He's smiling after that.
The
one.
lead is
he
7.
knows that was nice.
Oh yeah. Kyle Hosford was not expecting that, but he saves the commentators for being hit with the ball. To Nelson. Nelson, long 3. Makes it.
That's his first shot from outside.
And
he absolutely nailed it.
They are using the volleyball lines as markers.
The Caitlin Clark line.
Exactly. Paul Dick through the gap. Nelson, 6 between the sides. 4-3, no good. No. Quinn to Lorco. Well, if he can't reach for it.
Oh, he's found the gap.
Connor Quinn is going to get the bonus. And one play coming up. And after his rest, I think Jordan's calling for the Cork unit.
Timeout or they're subbing in?
They're subbing in, but it's extensive substitutions being made. Oh, no, there is timeout being called. So, of course, Niall McDermott, the coach for Team Paul. It looks like Sean Ingle has been restored to his role of head coach after being fired for not starting an all-Cork lineup. But
he's back in favour. They're
back
a little bit tired. They're like, we don't have the brain powers to do both.
Well, there's one. Did you ever actually have to work with a player coach at any point?
No, actually.
Because I remember talking to Colin.
I don't think so.
Talking to Colin O'Reilly when he did it. And he said it was kind of odd because basically he was coach for everything except for the games. Because that was the only way he could really make it work. Like, it was assistant Troy would usually be doing all the in-game stuff.
I can't imagine having to do it and play. Like, it's...
Yeah, because, like, Troy would have
2 jobs.
It was, yeah. So, basically, he was head coaching for, if he was on the bench, he would still be head coach. Or, he's sitting in something. Colin played starter minutes, so he's playing more than half the game total. And, like, essentially, Troy would be Colin when Colin was on the court was the rule, basically.
Yeah.
Like, very difficult to manage.
No, very difficult. But even game time wise, like, how do you sub yourself out as the coach? You sub yourself
he
out as the
basically
coach?
had to make it like it was Troy's call and went to pull him. Like,
when he looked tired, he's like, hey, you're out. Yeah. And then when you think you're getting your break, then you're the coach. So you can't sit down and like get a breather.
Yeah, I know.
You're like thinking for the 5 other guys on the team. Nah.
Very tough going.
No.
We're having a bit of fun with our youngsters out here. Ooh. Catherine out here, of course, regular face across BBC and other outlets. He can pick one of the players to this half-court shot.
He's picking one of the players. Who would you pick?
I'm going James Hannigan right now, or maybe or maybe I'm pulling Charlie McGrath out of the crowd. I was like, hey Charlie, you didn't win the 3-point contest. Let's make this go. Who are you going for?
I'm going for Nelson, judging how he's playing in the game.
That's fair.
He's done everything.
So
like,
well,
I feel like he just throw it up.
We're getting a Quinn.
Okay.
I can confirm it's Aiden because I can see Connor's number over there.
Oh.
Aiden. Oh my word! In all my years in commentary, I have never got to call a made half-court shot for the prize. But that was a rocket, a bank shot from mid-court.
Unbelievable.
I am in shock.
He didn't even warm up for it. He just took it. He was like,
he rocked up and took that. That one is going to go viral. So this youngster had to pick any player. You got James Hannigan, the 3-point shot contest winner there behind you. You got Ramon, as you were saying, who's been doing everything.
And he's like, nah.
I'm going.
Do you know who I want?
Yeah, I want this guy
I want this
as my
guy.
new GM for any club because clearly he can spot talent. He goes,
That one.
that one. We are going to now go to Orla, who's going to do an interview with Ramon Nelson.
In the game, but how are you finding it so far?
Amazing experience. The energy in the building is crazy, and everyone's just having fun.
How'd you find the 3-point contest?
A little bit of nerves at the beginning. Found my feet a bit in it, but struggled in the middle. My money ball rack, I didn't do very well. And the girls and James are amazing.
A couple minutes to go, still in the second quarter. What will you need to do now to get the game back?
I think we need to get back. Yeah, we're not playing any defense right now. They are. They're getting back and playing harder than us on the defensive end, so I think that's what we need to do.
We'll get back there and best of luck. Thanks a million. Thank you.
And so 8-point gap there. Thank you, of course, Orla, for that chat there with Ramon Nelson. As we are, of course, have a free throw from the other Quinn. So his brother
I've forgotten about this.
his brother just made a mid-court shot.
A casual mid-court shot is what I call it.
He makes the free throw because it would have been a lot funner if he'd missed the free throw, let's be honest. It's like, that's one, we'd have been talking about.
So we get a 9-point lead
9-point lead for Team
They're
Paul.
stretching it out again.
Blount, long three, no good. Great board though by Hannigan. Jumper, air ball jumper. That is not what you expect from anyone here, but especially someone like James.
I feel like he's going to be made fun of later for that.
Possibly.
Never mind winning
There will be people in Malone later asking
That's
about that,
the
all
one
right.
that they'll be talking
So here is Mr. Half-Court shot, offloads it. Quinn,
No.
no good. Still a 9-point gap. Jenkins
Nice
behind
by
the back.
Jenkins, going to go all the way. Oh, nice.
Bounce pass inside Lahan. Outside, Blount. Hosford driving. Outside Lahan. Doesn't like the look. Lahan down to Hosford. No one's liking the look here. It's still only 12 seconds gone on the shot clock. Finally, Lahan makes the three.
That's like a 15-pass play.
I was going to say, that was the most activity I've seen in the first half of the shot clock ever because it was like they were playing in the final 4 seconds of it.
No defense.
Paddy McGahern.
Oh, and he misses the layup.
No good from Quinn on the putback. It's there
Oh.
for Team JB. They are only down 6 now.
You know, sometimes when a layup is so open, it's actually harder to score it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like...
Like you'd prefer if there's two defenders
you're
hanging off you.
But if you think about it, when you're practicing assuming there's a body.
Beautiful pass.
Oh, lovely. Quinn to
Ah, there's the finish.
Quinn. 8 into
Quinn.
Connor, and the lead is 8 again. 50 on the board.
Gotta get back.
And again, rugby pass back to Lahan.
Gotta
Oh,
quick 'em
inside. Jenkins.
Switches
No.
hands.
Great board by Hannigan. Gives to JB outside. Hosford. Back to Blount. There's Lahan. Lahan calls his own number.
Oh.
Air ball. Quinn.
And the crowd is
Outside to
letting
Paddy
go.
McGahern. McGahern doesn't like that look. Back to Quinn, to Tracy. Tracy, who's been red hot from deep, and he
Tracy
still is
famous.
the biggest lead of the day, 11 points. 53 plays 42, behind the back pass. Hannigan doesn't last long, 8 between the sides. We are in the final 4 minutes of the first half here in Newforge.
From
Tracy,
way out.
and
Ooh.
I will say that was Matt's worst shot of the game, but he's been pretty good.
And he just subbed himself out. He was like,
And
you
they
know
tried
what?
to go quickly, but the subs had been called, so they couldn't go. They were trying to be very smart there by going long to Kyle.
Yeah.
So if the kid had asked you to take the half-court shot, would that kid be the 500-pound fisher they are today?
No.
Or if I had done it either, by the way, I would have had
I
no
can say
hope.
with great confidence, absolutely not.
See,
I mean, it would have reached the area, but
that's better than I can
the
promise.
accuracy may have lacked.
I'm sure it would have got over the end line if I'd taken it. Jenkins.
Ball gone.
Lahan back to Jordan Blount. Blount. Oh, tried to be too smart there. Paddy McGahern.
Gotta keep it
Christophus
simple.
for 3.
Yeah.
Makes it. Lead is now 11 again, but now they go long to Hosford. Hosford reads the D perfectly and gets the finish. 9 between the sides. 3:20 left in the first half. Lucian Christophus. front of the queen, and great for
We
three.
said it. We were like, he's going to come up with something.
And he is,
just
and
needs
it's
a few minutes.
It is a new game high lead at 12. Jenkins
Oh,
going to the line.
Yeah. Third set of free throws.
Our MC Tony disagreeing with fouls being called against his brother. Would you have
I
liked
feel
that
like
when
there's some conflicts of interest here, but we're just going to let them.
Well, because had yours, because you had a sister and a brother, right? Had either of them been the MC for a game you were doing, would you have liked to making calls, questioning whether you'd foul or not?
I'd let them at it for like whatever.
And Sean Jenkins misses his first free throw.
First.
Huge thanks as well to Infinity 21, who are the reason you can watch all of this. They've done a great job so far. Sean Jenkins
Here's
there.
number 2. 3 minutes left in the second.
Yeah, and 11 between the sides.
Yeah, Team Jordan need to
Defend.
I was trying to think of a nice way to package it there, but yeah.
It's
basically.
Here's Paddy McGahern. Rapavitis. He's had a nice rest here before this. Bit. Possibly too much of a rest there.
He thought that was it.
And
No.
Kat did not want the
Once
quick
Kat's
inbounds.
made up her mind, that's
Yeah.
it.
Jenkins ups against the ISO 3. Blount going
All
into
the way.
traffic all the
Oh,
way.
and a foul. I was going to say that was an arm pull.
It did look it all right, and it was called, so he's going to get the bonus. Referee Ruth Neal calling that.
We can bring it back to 8 here.
And like when you were playing, mentally, was there that big a difference between like being saying 10 versus 9? Was that double digits something extra like at the half?
Yeah, a little bit. Like even a 7, you can claw that back with like it's a lot
Yeah.
more. It seems a lot more manageable. You know, like 2 layups, 3-pointer, whatever. But once it goes into the double digits and you just know a few more, and the lead is almost too big. The gap is too big.
Nelson. And he turns it over. Tried one too many times to go into the traffic.
Raffle's going all the way.
Oh, lovely finish.
He wants a foul.
He wanted the foul, but he did not get a call. The quarterback pass. Hannigan, that had fun on the line. Didn't make it anyway. Max Richardson.
Foul.
And he's going to the line. And have you ever known a player to believe, yes, ref, I did commit that foul?
Sometimes I would have, you know that. Sometimes I just had to put my hand up and say, yeah, that was me. And then sometimes I would not be so
diplomatic.
nice. Diplomatic, there's the word we're looking for.
Max Richardson at the line shooting too. Of course, ISO B-ball kitting all the players out today.
I like the kit.
It's a really nice kit, actually, yeah. And I gotta say, loving the gold option Nikes here from Max Richardson.
Jordan is looking to throw that pass every time. And it hasn't worked, but maybe one. We'll get one
It did work once the very first time he pulled it off.
Oh, beautiful.
Sean Jenkins going through the gap.
That was nice.
Vitus was not really expecting that. He goes, oh, I guess
No,
I'm
but we'll
counting.
take it anyway. Oh,
Shooters roll. And 12, the lead again. Final 90 seconds of the first half. Team Jordan. Ramon back to Jordan.
Back up top.
Yeah, Adrian Sullivan's there for him if he wants him. He's going to Jay Wills.
They haven't really used him yet.
Offensive board. Sean Jenkins down inside. Wilson,
Oh,
Nelson,
that was beautiful.
Sullivan.
There we go. We got the steal.
Well, yeah, it's like Josh was like.
Would you call that a steal? Yeah.
It's definitely
a slow steal.
It's a steal, like, but makes the three.
There we go. Raff was almost looking for that pass there, but he just didn't give it.
Yeah. So 7 between the sides now. Final minute. Paddy McGahern. He's not been able to make them land so far. Been great on the boards.
Team Jordan are on the break again. They can
Oh, what a pass. Outside. Corner 3, Jenkins. Oh, but Wilson, no. And they've got wide open court, surely.
30
Nelson,
seconds.
nope. McGahern's going to go standard half court here with Richardson. McGahern through traffic. McGahern blocked by Adrian O'Sullivan. And they will say black ball and touch Paddy McGahern last.
All right.
We don't have the replay for this, so although you're saying, like,
We'll
you know,
just have to trust the ref.
once it gets double digits, it's hard. I commented on a game there a couple of weeks ago. 67-point margin of victory in the end. It wasn't just hard for the team that was losing, it was hard for me to keep people interested.
Yeah.
So,
that's the thing, when it gets a little bit too far, it does go a bit fast.
it does go a bit.
So
like,
for you, it's like,
it was 31-10 at the end of the first quarter, and it got worse
and
from
you
there.
just know at that stage. You're like,
Yeah, it's over, like,
it's
yeah.
over, yeah.
Jenkins.
Jenkins again, that's a beautiful
So that
shot.
cuts back to 5. Final seconds of the first half.
We got a shot.
Long three.
Yes!
Paddy McGahern, we have been waiting all day for you. Welcome to the party. 68-60, the half-time score.
They're really enjoying shooting from far back.
It's like these
3-point
volleyball lines,
It's like
the
more
red lines,
going in,
they
yeah.
are loving. And I think we are about to go over to Orla Keeling for yet another interview here at the half.
I think she's got one of the
And
dunk
it's
contests.
over to
Joined by
Orla.
dunk contest participant AJ Walsh. How are you feeling ahead of the event?
I'm feeling good, you know. I was here last year as well, so it's a little bit less nerves coming into it, but I'm excited to be here now, compete against everybody else.
How do you prepare for a dunk contest? What goes into it the week of it?
Honestly, the week of, I haven't jumped all week. I came in this morning and I went in for an hour and did some basic stuff, but it's mainly the months beforehand that leads up to it that really impacts the day of, I think.
Are you analysing your opponents, or are you just letting them do what they do?
Honestly, it's such a fun day. I just want to see what everybody else does. Just everyone's going to have fun and we're all going to bounce off each other, so.
Can you give us a quick preview? What can we expect?
Let's say we might be pulling out the behind the back today if we can get to the third dunk. And my first one, I'm looking to do a 360 but go past it, you know, not look at it at all. So.
Wow, okay, best of luck. Looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, thank you.
So AJ there giving us a few hints, although he hasn't hinted if he is the one using Mammy Jerkin.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, who's going to dunk
who is
over
the-
Mammy Jerkin?
You
There's a
know,
match
is it
for
Cuddle Gone, is it Dara Russell, or is it AJ?
And I've seen in some of the other pictures that it's two people. I wonder, is there going to be another person roped in or just the one?
Absolutely.
Should be jumped over, I mean.
And so we are just going to take a short break here, though, on comms for the next 5 minutes. We'll be back with you very shortly in time for the dunk contest.
They're taking a break. I'm going to play. I have something to introduce. We're going to do those ones. We'll do a quick sponsor reel. Then introduce. It's not far away, I don't think.
Okay, I have been told by our independent adjudicator that it's a tie. Give it up! Give them a huge round of applause!
All right, folks, we're heading over to the dunk competition. I'd like to invite out our dunk judges. Let's make some noise for our dunk judges. Bill Actually, let's get some more love for our dunk judges. Come on, give them a round of applause.
David, the dunk contest, you need to get the judges' results. They're going to stand beside the competitor from here this way. So you need to...
They're going to be scoring the dunks out of 1 to 10 for a top score of 50 or a very bad score of just 5. That's our dunk judges are going to be seated there. Thank you so much, dunk judges. Our dunkers, let's give them a round of applause. We got Colin Gowan. Give Colin Gowan a round of applause. Next up, we've got Dara Russell. And thirdly, but not last, and certainly not least, AJ Randall. All right, we got 3 high flyers about to get kicked off here. Each of them will get 2 dunks. The table, Nick McDonald, you're going to keep score for all the dunkers, please. Keep score for all the dunkers.
And it's the first dunk from AJ there. Rocking the 360 to start us off.
More than Hannigan, just starting out strong.
Yeah.
Laying down the marker.
It's a 50 to start us out. Now, I know you're really great on a curve here, so maybe don't start at 50. Dara Russell coming up next. So a 50 to start us, of course, is the max score. Dara Russell with the pump and the finish. I don't think he's getting 10s though.
No, I don't think so.
We have 9s across the board. We have 1 10. We have 2 10s and 3 9s, so that's a 47. Sorry, 47.
Who's up next?
Connell going with his first dunk. Oh, can't connect. Do get a redo, but the judges will rethink this. So, and off the backboard. Now, what's he getting though?
Oh, they're reaching down. That's
They're
not a
reaching
good
down.
sign.
It's not a great sign at all.
That means the 9s and the 10s are gone.
We have 10s.
Okay.
Oh, we have 8s and 7s. So not a great first score. 8s, 7s, and 9s. It's a broad mix there, but he's certainly in third after the first round. So here comes AJ. Again, we are still awaiting the secret weapon. So AJ
well,
with his
on the
second.
court in front of him yet, so we still don't know who it's
he got a
gonna be.
perfect 50 to start us off.
Oh,
Off the backboard, and the finish! And that is why you don't rock the 50 score in the first round, because you're waiting for that. Surely he's going to get
I
perfect.
think that's going to be a 50 again.
That has to be.
Yeah.
50s, no sock to anyone there. 10s across the board. Shout out to Bill McConnor, one of the judges, who bizarrely knows my brother-in-law for entirely non-basketball reasons. So dealt with him like 30 years ago in sales stuff. It was very funny when I found this out.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
The first dunk with a prop. Do we call them a prop? An assistant?
The assistant is one of the other dunkers. So AJ is going to assist Dara Russell here.
Wiping down the shoes. Gotta get that grip.
Yeah. I can tell you, I would not want to be where AJ is. Oh, couldn't. He will get another go.
I see the vision. I see the vision.
Yeah, we see what he wants to do, but can he connect? Like, if he connects on this, you're expecting it to be max, if not close to max scores. Oh! He gets one more attempt, I think.
Ah, he's got another one, okay.
I think it's one last attempt, but if he misses this,
Third time lucky.
it's automatically 0. So huge pressure on this dunk.
He still looks confident, though. He knows he can do it.
Yeah, he's working on that flexibility he needs. Off AJ, and he makes it! Oh, rocking it! So we're seeing 9s.
Seeing 9s.
We're seeing 8s and 9s, and so 2 8s and 3 9s. I think he basically, the marks were docked for it having to come on the third attempt, essentially. So it's
we got
Connell,
two basketballs
basketballs, so Connell going. He did come out of the first round with the lowest score, so he needs a big round here.
What Connell did next.
Yeah. AJ, of course, perfect through the first few rounds, so can he get the double dunk? Yes, he can! First time with the double dunk. And that
has to be 10.
he gets 1 9 and 4 10s. Bill McCotter not as impressed as the rest. Bill McCotter calling a 9 amongst a sea of 10s. And Tony McGahern is coming over to talk to Bill McCotter.
Somebody gave him a 9.
Bill McCotter gave him a 9.
He's getting booed from the crowd.
Bill McCotter is not a popular judge right now.
It just didn't do it for him.
Well,
I have never seen a dunk with 2 basketballs. That is a first for me.
All I can say is that's what I've been told on many a date. Hi, honey. I know you're tuning in. And we are going to go to round 3 now. We're expecting the ultra prop, the ultimate prop to come. So Dara Russell.
Well done, Dara.
And
his last dunk was really good as well.
His last dunk was really good, but it basically took that big score from Connell to get him over Dara, actually.
Yeah.
So it's head-to-head now, so the old scores are gone.
Okay.
So it's what's left. So.
And we still have no prop.
Well, my one fear is what if Dara Russell was the person who had lined up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, behind the back, but he does not connect. This has opened the door, you'd think, for Connell going, because you got to think there's some marks being docked here.
He's going to do it.
No. Oh, he's going to need a third attempt.
Time.
This is phenomenal pressure. And he's a man who's known for his dunks around this island. AJ Walsh under pressure.
Oh, is that an automatic 0?
I think that's an automatic 0 for AJ Walsh.
Oh.
In theory, Connell Gowan just needs to execute a dunk, but he is calling for a guest from the crowd. Connell Gowan. And he's rocking the David Durkin t-shirt. Well, Connell, I got one bit of advice for you. Whatever you do, clear the air.
Clear the air, yes.
Clear the air.
Like, you really have to trust someone to allow them to dunk over you.
That would be really, really stupid. Have no regard for your own safety. Yeah. So he is putting her in what I think is like what they tell you on an airplane to do.
Yeah, it looks like
the safety thing for when you're being told things are going bad on an airplane.
Yeah, put your head
well, some serious flight time, we're hoping. Connell Gowan putting Mammy Durkin's life in his hands right now, at least her personal safety. Any dunk here will win it for him. Gowan. Oh my word! Connell Gowan with air to spare, a perfect 50. Raising Mammy Durkin's arm in triumph.
That's such a nice moment.
Oh, that's wonderful. But because we were worried it was going to get too close. He had air to spare.
Yeah. Need to believe in these guys more.
What a moment.
Between that and the half-court shot,
Well,
We're getting some
I
serious
really
fire.
hope Orla gets her hands on Aidan Quinn during one of the timeouts to ask about a half-court shot, because Aidan, no, not even the
He
slightest
didn't
warm-up.
think about it. He was like, yeah, okay,
Just didn't even take a hop.
cool. No.
Like not one dribble, just grand.
Yeah.
And actually, Orla, if you can hear us, ask him if he called back. And lovely moment
That's
for
beautiful.
all involved. As we watch. The presentation of the trophy there. Paddy McGahern coming out as well. People Playbook, of course, sponsoring this event.
Yeah, they raised, I think they were saying about £9,000 last year. So
Something
they're
like that,
hoping
Tony was
to
saying, yeah. No,
hit that or go higher this year.
we'll
Which is brilliant.
hopefully so. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're tuning in, be sure to find a way to make a donation, folks, because you've been given more entertainment than I think you expected. You saw a woman.
Honestly.
You saw a woman put her life in the hands of a young fella she barely knew.
And we saw a young fella randomly pick someone to make a half-court shot.
And he
And
made it.
nailed it. He knew something we didn't know.
I mean, we had that amazing three-point contest, and of course, we are now about to rock on to the second half of this, the main event, as we call it. And big shout out to Dara, who's one of the NABA players, came up here as well. I know Dermot Russell very well. Great job he's doing with the NABA Academy, so shout out to Dara. Very impressive work from him with his dunks, gotta say, the guy who came third.
Yeah. Aesthetically, that one, when AJ held it up, was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. And I got to say, by the way, Dermot's watching us from Lanzarote, so I can tell you, Dermot, for once, the weather here in Belfast is borderline Lanzarote.
We're not jealous.
We're not. Well,
For once.
I'm a guy who actually likes the cold, but we have actually had really, really good weather in Belfast today. It's been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Just getting the final
Few
warm-ups
shots in.
here from, as we know, we'll be going to Orla very shortly for an interview, but just a final getting warm again. This is so we're just waiting for Orla to get set up there with our dunk contest winner, Connell Gowan. Once she has him, we will go straight over to her, because I want to hear,
I want to hear from this guy.
especially the conversation you have to say to someone, how are you? I want to
Yeah.
jump over you.
I'm not sure if they know each other, but like, hey, if it's someone you don't know, would you be interested in standing there while I dunk on you?
And we will be going over to Orla very, very shortly there. Of course, Connell going in his David Durkin shirt. We are waiting, and we are live with Orla now.
Okay, I'm here with our David Durkin Dunk Contest champion. And Mark of MTA Performance is going to present Connell with his award. Connell, congratulations. How do you feel after winning the dunk contest?
Feel good, yeah. The other guys, they were amazing as well. Like, they had some really, really good dunks. I was kind of surprised. I was really surprised I won it, but I just thought it'd be really nice to do a tribute to David. You know, the dunk contest is named after him. I just thought that would be a really good thing to do. But
Talk us through planning your dunks, particularly the one with the two basketballs in hand. That was fairly impressive.
I only really started practice. I only did 2 practice sessions, so I was trying not to stress too much about it. But no, Paddy and Tony actually came up with the idea for the third one. So it was their idea, but I got on board like as soon as they said it. I was like, yeah, 100%. The other 2 dunks, I just thought they'd be good to get me started off. So.
I think for me, it's a standout moment at the weekend. You taking off the jersey, the T-shirt you have on at the end with his mom as well. Just really special.
Brilliant. Like, it's just a great occasion. Loved it last year. This year they've put on an even better show. Like, so I just think it's a brilliant weekend and it's for an amazing cause.
So you're signing up for next year already?
Yeah. I have to defend my title, so I guess so. Yeah.
I look forward to that. Thanks a million.
Well, huge thanks to Connell there. And so Paddy and Tony the brains behind that, but only 2 practice sessions, Scally, he said there, before doing
Do you believe
that.
him?
That's the boring part. I do. It's like 2 practices before doing that.
There seems to be a lot of raw natural talent. Like Hannigan said he hadn't picked up a ball in a while. He wins the 3-point contest. This guy's saying it's only 2 sessions.
But I'm thinking more like 2 sessions for like, stylish dunks, whatever. When you're putting someone's health in your hands.
Health and safety.
We are going back to Orla for one more interview before we get underway.
Okay, I'm joined by Mark Thornton of MTA Performance, one of our principal sponsors in this event. Mark, tell us a bit about your business.
So I'm a physiotherapist, I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I work with basketball players, making them more athletic. For dunking, everyone wants to dunk, become faster players and help out with injuries. Like knee pain is very prominent in basketball, ankle injuries, things like that. So players come to me, I work with them one-on-one and help them become a more athletic basketball player.
And why did you get involved in today's event?
Well, it's a bit of a full circle moment for me because when I was younger, I'd be about 15, I had played against David, and he was the first player that I'd seen in Ireland that had elite athleticism. So it was the first person I'd seen that was like that.
We are back underway here
it really got me
in the third
interested in
quarter.
that side of basketball.
6-point lead here still for Team Paul.
What must he have done?
Team Paul playing left to right for you now. And Rapavitis with the header after the finish there. 8-point lead for Team Paul. And huge thanks to MTA Performance for their support for this event as well, of course. So Rapavitis with a header after the finish. Do you ever head a basketball, Scally?
No. Not with that style.
Not with that style. John Carroll out to Max Richardson.
We're getting inspo from the dunk contest now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for
We're
like.
gonna start seeing.
Is like is Jordan gonna try and leap over James Gormley?
Yeah.
Maybe Ramon's the safer option. Jordan Blount, front iron. 72 plays 62. Team Paul playing from left to right in your screens. Team Jordan from right to left. It's Emmett Ryan here, joined by Fiona Scally, and of course you have Orla Keeling as our sideline reporter. As that's Paul Dick getting it outside.
Provide us free. Ooh.
Chance for the fast break here for Sean Jenkins. Took a little second longer than he wanted to gather. And he turns it over. It's there
he saw the
for
pass,
Aidan
but he
Quinn.
couldn't get it for.
Dick. Carroll. Soft finish. I think Jordan
Soft
Blount.
but effective.
Jordan Blount was expecting the dunk, was getting in position, and John Carroll read it. Hannigan back to a 10-point gap. Biggest lead of the game has been 13 for this Team Dick. It's 10 right now. Make it 12.
That was a beautiful finish.
That was a lovely finish. Absolutely. So,
Sean Jenkins is going by himself.
Sean Jenkins going by himself because from what I could see was Jordan Blount was distracting Rapp with a conversation, so he couldn't defend him.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. Hosford
I
outside.
thought about that.
And that is Dara Sullivan. Bounce pass inside.
There.
Max Richardson. The lead is 11.
Yeah, we can see them start to pull away now.
Hosford to Jenkins. Jenkins
might have other ideas.
Blount needs an option. He can't get to Hosford. Takes a touch. Keeps it there. Dara Sullivan drains it, and he needed that.
They really needed that.
8 between the sides. Step back, Paul Dick.
Another beautiful finish from Paul.
And another quarterback pass.
Can he get it?
Not this time, man. Well,
which way is it going to go?
He is going to say. Oh, we're trying to see here what Adam Wickham's decided, and he has said orange ball.
I'm
not sure.
I kind of agree with Jenkins.
Yeah, I think it took a touch off Richardson left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Paul Dick on the ball.
He's going all the way.
Flips it back. Rapp to Carroll. Inside.
Nice
Max Richardson.
Richardson is on fire this
Oh,
morning.
yeah. He's well.
He's after lighting up.
Had a great stint there with Belfast a while back, and always enjoys coming back here. I know got a lot of buddies still with Star. Rapavitis trying.
Yeah.
Well, he draws the foul while trying to be stylish, and it's one of those ones of I'd rather use the guy be stylish and give him the foul there. And a shout out as well to Shamrock Chioga, who Dublin's LGBT team, who have gotten to the semi-finals of the Cruises tournament in London, is our latest update from them. So congrats to them, obviously representing Ireland over there. Right now, it is 6:42 left in the third and a 12-point gap between the sides. Connor Quinn to Aidan Quinn. Aidan Quinn, long two. He makes it. And it's a 14-point lead. It's a new game-high lead for Team Paul.
Oh, can he find the gap? No.
Not yet. It's there for
Nelson.
Ramon Nelson. No, error is all he got there. Christophus driving. Offloads. Quinn through the gap, and with a soft finish, it's a 16-point lead.
They gotta call it.
Yeah, I mean, they had no alternative there, really, did they? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, you got an all-star game, you know, so you want to still be competitive, but is it a different? Would you think it's a different mindset when it's a sort of exhibition for when you're down 16?
I feel like that competitive edge doesn't leave these guys. So while it's an exhibition, there's a few like fun passes being thrown around and shots that they probably wouldn't take in a normal season game. I don't think that ever goes, and you can see that you can see it in them.
And there is also obviously Jordan's desire to prove Cork supremacy.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, I'm joined by Lynn of Children's Heartbeat Trust. Lynn, tell us a bit about the charity.
So Children's Heartbeat Trust is a local charity here in Northern Ireland, and we support children and young people that are born with heart disease. It is the most common birth defect across the world, and in Northern Ireland, on average, every week there's 4 new babies born with heart disease that need the support of our services and the cardiology team up at the Children's Hospital in Belfast.
Have you ever been to a basketball game, and what can you expect from today's event?
I must admit, I have not been to a basketball game, but I'm absolutely thrilled to be here tonight and just see.
It's Cork versus the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Jordan
there we
Blount.
go. Speaking of Cork.
Speaking of Cork.
There they are. Yeah, Team Paul have always had that little edge score-wise from the very start.
Yeah, they have indeed. It was tied a few times in the first, but largely it's been all Paul. Here's Wilson to Blount for the finish.
Finally works with Blount on the end of it instead of throwing it.
Exactly, a 12-point gap it's back to. I'm going to assume that like Wilson, Gormley, Nelson, they were all force-fed to Nora and Barry's tee before this, as Christophus gets it, just to make sure they realised what they're standing for here. Lovely catch by O'Sullivan and Nelson.
Unbelievable finish by Nelson.
He is having a great performance here. Speaking of men playing well, Matt Tracy's outside shooting's been amazing here.
Yeah.
Can't get it on the inside that time.
Gone again. Oh.
And that will stay on black ball.
I'm not going at the refs, but that was probably a foul.
I mean, it's almost like, you know, sort of the national sport where you just go with the refs. And that's for all sports, by the way. As a former ref, I kind of go, back off.
Maybe.
Josh Wilson outside. O'Sullivan.
Nice that's
Blount. Oh, the finish didn't quite roll the way he needed it to.
Roll, yeah. A little bit too far
Quinn, and that is a pretty obvious foul there by Josh Wilson. There was clear movement there, like, you know.
There was.
Yeah. David Lahan is stepping in for Jordan Blount.
The King of Cork is taking a break.
Christophus.
Ooh, fade away from, no. Just not dropping.
Flipping back, O'Sullivan, Nelson. J. Wills. Behind the back and in.
That was a great offensive rebound by Sullivan.
The lead is 10. Quinn outside.
Ooh, what
Other
a steal.
Quinn loses it. Ramon Nelson.
All the way, taking the foul.
He's going to go to the line.
He came out of the blocks firing today and he has not stopped.
Oh yeah, no, he's a guy who's out
He's not
here.
slowed down, he's fantastic.
Absolutely flying today. I suppose Because there was, I know UL was never that good season, but I'm sure there was some seasons where you knew going into the last regular season game, it was your last game of the season. There wasn't going to be a postseason game. Did you just feel that bit more energy going into it?
Yeah, you can feel the end is in sight. It's a long season. Like, it starts in August if you're doing preseason, which everybody is and should be. And then if you get to like the playoff stage, it's a good 8 months. Like, it's a long time.
Yeah, it's a
and then when it finishes, you're like, oh, what do I do now? When does basketball start again?
Offensive foul, Shirley.
Oh,
they're calling that on Wilson. Which that I'm stunned by.
There's 3 calls now that I'm saying.
That was,
Can we get a playback?
That doesn't mean like Matt Tracy just grabbed him by the scruff of the neck and somehow got called for a foul.
Hey. We didn't see.
Well, I'm just saying it was clearly Matt committed the foul there, but the referee has the right say. And Matt's telling me where to go.
Don't bring us into this.
Oh no, we're pantomime characters tonight. We're not really commentators.
Yeah.
So Matt
we have to be impartial.
Josh Wilson, at least liking that we agreed with him, but that was a rotten call. Like,
he literally got elbowed in the neck.
Yeah. Well, it looked like he was grabbed by the scruff and then elbowed, and somehow he was going to commit the foul.
I mean, in rugby you get away with it, but
yeah. Well,
not in this gentleman's sport.
The way I played 5-a-side football back in the day, that was actually how I played. I had no skill. Josh Wilson.
Going to be a comeback here from Josh. Oh yeah.
Josh Wilson inside. And the gap is back to 7. 88 plays 81.
Okay.
They have more than halved the deficit. It was 16 at its peak. And kickball is called.
Yeah, we were talking about like what happens when it goes up into the double digits, but like they were 14 points ahead and now we're back to a 7-point game. You can see how quickly it happens.
It is, and there's Paddy McGahern.
And I take it back.
Well, Paddy McGahern
it's still 9.
was having so many somehow not go in earlier, and he's now draining them. Wilson couldn't make the volleyball 3 go in, as I'm calling it, because that's the line they're using.
Yeah.
Inside, finish.
The commentators cursed, now they're down on it.
Absolutely.
Sorry, guys.
Well, they're all using it like as their boundary for some reason.
And it's not a small court.
It is not indeed.
This is a beautiful facility.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely. My first time here on New Forge, actually, it's a fantastic spot. Adrian O'Sullivan. Adrian.
Can he get it?
Pressure shot, couldn't make it work.
Nice.
Wilson, it's still the same shot clock. No, it's there.
Oh, and another offensive rebound.
And he makes it this time. Cuts it back to 9. 92 plays 83.
I think that non-call has really fired him up.
I think so, yes. Well, he did look like he was keeping it in the tank until later in the game.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe at the start.
And, like, now it's like, right, now it's time to bring out, Daddy's got to go to work mode.
You've got 12 minutes left. Let's go.
Exactly.
If he's left on.
9 between them, 12 minutes left. Josh Wilson of a mood, shall we say, right now.
Yeah.
Over Matt Tracy.
No.
Can't make a count.
That's not it.
Tracy right back over him.
There you go.
And what a way.
Third 3, fourth 3?
Oh, I think we're at least 4, if not 5. He has been reining them in. David Lahan. Well, somehow Jim Gormley gets to that, but it's football beforehand. So that will be an inbounds.
Hannigan back on.
I think this is a pretty straightforward thing. If we're down 12, we need to get some more outside shots.
Yeah.
Lahan.
There you go.
There we go.
That
it's back to single digits again, at least for now. 95 plays 86.
He's playfully blowing kisses to the bench.
I nearly said Belfast, but will Team Paul get over the 100 before the end of this quarter?
They're very, very close. Maybe that's what they're going
Paddy
for.
McGahern, air ball.
Oh, that's a tough shot to make.
Adrian O'Sullivan.
No.
Air ball back at you.
Air ball for air ball.
Absolutely. And, it's like, I think that's a sign as well of, some of the lads haven't played in a while. It's like, but Matt Tracy being so fresh is a good sign because his season ended later than everybody else's here, and he's still razor sharp.
Yeah.
There is Matt Tracy, certainly a contender for game MVP. I don't actually know if there is a game MVP, but if there is, he's certainly amongst, well, quite a few contenders. I'd have him from his side for sure, Ramon Nelson on the other. And this man, Max Richardson, would also be in the conversation. 98 plays 86. So, Team Jordan can go 2 for 1 here if they're smart with it. Inside, great finish with James Hannigan.
Back to a 10-point game. Still another quarter to go.
Absolutely. And Max Richardson here.
Can they hit the 100?
Carroll.
No.
Not this time. They will get one more possession, a short one at that, by the looks of it. Hannigan through traffic, puts it up, and he's going to get the bonus. 98-90 with a chance to make it 98-91 from the line.
Still 30 seconds to go, so Team Paul can get that.
Yeah, no, they still have, they'll have a full possession to work with here. Makes the bonus.
7 again.
Yeah, so they're not.
Actually, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, they're not letting it go away here. So Matt Tracy, who has been unreal from deep. Paddy McGarren, who of course closed the half of that super long 3.
I'd be keeping it away from Matt Tracy, and he's the one who ends up with the ball.
Matt Tracy!
And there we go.
And the ton is up, 101-91. And there's final seconds here. Nelson.
5.
It's got to be Ramon shooting, surely.
Oh, what a pass.
They wipe it off. They wipe it off. They didn't execute in time because it's from when the ball released from the hands, and it was after the buzzer.
What a
just almost perfectly timed, but not quite.
Look.
And we are going over to Orla now, who has got, it looks like it is indeed Jordan Blount with her.
Okay, I'm joined by Jordan Blount. Jordan, you're down a few points. I had you over, you were down 12, now you brought it back again. What are you going to do in the fourth quarter?
I probably need to stay over here. The ball started going to the basket once I stepped away, so maybe I'm the issue. But no, it's at the end of the day, it's an all-star game, so we're not 100%, but a couple of minutes here now with hard defense, and we see where it takes us.
You look like you're enjoying yourself out there.
Yeah, listen, it's an absolute wonderful event. They do it so well. Credit to Tony, Paddy, everybody that they have on board in the background. It's a wonderful event, so anytime we get the invite to come up, we love it, you know.
Thoughts of the dunk contest, what you make of the contestants?
AJ was unlucky. The one that he missed was unbelievable, but Connell, that last dunk with the tribute to David, with everything that this is in memory of, I think is a very fitting winner, so fair play to him.
So what are you going to do in the fourth quarter?
Put the ball in the basket more times than them.
Brilliant, go do that. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you very much, Orla. Great job getting the very simple conversation. And here we have a big update. They have added the score from the dunk to the scoreboard. So they're saying.
Interesting.
I think they're going on the rule of on grounds of coolness. They are allowing
the sound rule.
Being the sound rule, because it was cool, and it's an all-star game, so you wanted it to happen. So.
And it was a nice move.
Yeah, it's a nice move. Like there's going to be so much going
also going to say,
around
don't wind up to Team Jordan. I was going to say Team Gordon again, going into the fourth quarter. Or maybe do.
Maybe do. So 8 decides at the start of the fourth. 101 plays 93. Rapavitis
is back on.
Inside score.
That was a powerful move.
But
that was so powerful.
They seem to have rested him a lot deliberately so he can just come off the bench
want to make those
and
power
bring
plays.
it in yeah. Hannigan.
Oh.
But I remember Rapp the first year Tralee won that league, and he was still a teenager.
Yeah, I remember.
And he was a stick.
Yeah.
I think we wouldn't call him that now.
No.
So coming
He's one of those people players. Beautiful finish. He's one of those players that you're kind of like, hey, I think I know that guy from somewhere. And from 3 years ago, he's just put on 2 stone and muscles.
Yeah,
he's just grown up. He's been playing with the big boys.
To Quinn. Connor Quinn. John Carroll to Max Richardson.
Nice finish.
Lovely finish by Max Richardson, and he's getting the bonus effort as well. So 103 plays 95, 105 plays 95 now.
Back to 10 again.
Yes, it is. Can you recall the highest scoring game you played in?
No.
Was it anywhere near this?
I feel like in underage Irish teams we might have gotten to an 100 one time.
Yeah.
But a very Irish thing, it seemed to be very flashy, so you wouldn't really you'd pull back and you wouldn't actually go for it. But I think once we were like, oh, go on.
Do the bold thing, score 100 points.
Like, what was I going to do? I had to score the layup.
Sean Jenkins.
It's not like it was a three-pointer.
Makes the three.
Speaking of, nice from Sean.
And the Jordan's team hanging in there. They're back within 8.
They're hanging in there. If they could get a run now of a few points and bring it down to like 3 or 2, I'm telling you, Team Paul will start panicking.
And they will say Team
And a
Jordan
few
ball.
goals,
That's
just like that.
They're the breaks they need.
Yeah.
So I think they're debating over what sort of silly pass they wanted to do, and they're going to go for basic stuff instead. Okay,
Yeah.
they're working the clock. This is 9 minutes
See, now
left.
it's going to start getting really, really technical and really, really competitive.
I'd about like 9 minutes left.
They're
You're
going to start
working the
sniping.
clock.
They're like, oh.
I'm just saying that's a little early to start working the clock. So inbounds here for Team Jordan. We've got 18 left in the shot clock.
No space to make that shot.
Gets it back to Jenkins. Jenkins not looking any look there. Lahan taking
Oh,
on Bavitas.
nice move.
Through. Soft touch.
Oh.
Can't get the finish though. And it's Connor Quinn. John Carroll. Corner. Richardson. Ups against. Wrap. 2.
There you
Paddy
go.
McGahern. I mean, for a man in his mid-50s, Paddy McGahern.
Yeah.
I obviously am jesting a little there for the odd person who thinks that Paddy McGahern is wearing his age on his back. John Carroll.
Oh, that was backcourt.
Yes, it was. Oh,
bodies.
that's a type of mistake.
I know you were admiring the goal boots earlier, but have you noticed any other ones that pique your interest?
Well, you got to go with the bread. Like Ramon is wearing Jordan 11's bread.
Yeah.
Always vintage. Absolutely brilliant. Like.
I'm drawn to Jenkins. I like the color.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Teal it is.
Oh,
He is
yeah,
going
that
to the
was a
line.
foul. That was a foul. I'll agree with that one.
The problem with the Jordan 11's bread is not the shoes, it's very hard to get to my size whenever they come out. Size 13 UK go out very, very quickly, unfortunately.
They do look slick.
Oh, yeah.
Sinks the first.
Makes the first indeed. I got one pair that only comes out when I'm doing Ireland games. I have Ireland flag Jordan 1s.
Nice.
So like customized them so like the back is green, the middle is white, and the front is orange.
Class. Back to 8 points with 8 minutes to go.
Paddy McGahern. Flipping it inside to Rapp. Divide us.
Oh.
Going to the line.
I mean, he's going to the line. There's like 4 players in there. He had no business making that move. He knows how to draw a foul.
Is very, very good at just getting that explosive energy out there.
Yeah.
So Rapivitis. His team leads by 8 right now. 108 plays 100. 7:49 left here in the game. First and drops pretty sweetly, and so it's a 9-point lead. Chance to make it double digits again.
I don't think he's in the business of missing free throws.
I was thinking you would curse him there. I'll be
I was
fairly
like,
honest.
oh no!
was-
Please make it!
When you said that, I'm not saying a word.
I was like, oh, I've done it again. Sorry, Rob.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Rob.
We've been saying your shoes are very nice on the broadcast. They
I
are.
like your shoes.
They are great shoes, Ramon.
What size are they?
It's like, I don't think Ramon's got size 13s. Like,
No.
Bouncing inside to Jordan.
Oh.
I did not see the pivot foot, but
We're getting looked at a lot for ref calls over
well,
the
it's
side
like,
of the court.
it is interesting that players, especially on Team Jordan,
They
seem
just
to think
want
we can
backup.
influence the
Yeah.
referees.
It's like, you think we can influence them? No.
No.
Sorry.
Also, I've been
They
drinking.
just want someone to agree with them.
I have been drinking with Cat White. There's no way in heck she's going to listen to me when it comes to ref calls. Inside, great finish
beautiful
and a
finish.
bonus shot coming.
A lot of fouls coming through in this quarter.
That's a bit of the fatigue, I'd say, coming through.
Yeah, a bit of fatigue. Maybe the refs are letting them away with a little bit more in the first. And
Possibly,
the second,
like, you
and
know.
the third.
And the third.
I know. Time out?
Time out called, yeah.
Okay.
And so we'll see if Orla is going to grab somebody here while we're waiting. Like, you know, it's like, run all the way down. Get us Connor Quinn. I want to hear about the half-court shot.
Yeah. Pull him out of the team lineup.
Pull him out of the team lineup. Like, he doesn't need to be in the timeout. In fairness, you got Ramon during a timeout for his team. So, like, and Tony coming out on court. I think for us, it looks like the raffle being called here. While we are, of course, just going to give
Ireland loves a good raffle.
A couple of shout outs to our partners, of course, of this event. People Playbook, MTA Performance, New Forge Infinity 21, Swish, Kennedy Business Finance, the Sideline Live, of course. Thanks hugely to Orla as well for her help here. The Courtside Collective, ISO B-Ball, Rework, and the Malone. And I'll be entirely honest, I'm not sure who the S who are sponsoring us are, but they're great too.
I'm not sure either.
Not sure either about that, but of course as well, thanks to everybody who's been a volunteer for this event. And of course, huge shout out to the Children's Heartbeat Trust, who are the reason we're here this year. Like, we're doing this all for them, and it's been great to be able to support them with this lovely event here in New Forge in Belfast. As our young lad who won his prize earlier, I think, getting his check for his, you know, it's like.
I thought he just got the T-shirt.
No, the T-shirt was just for. He'd won something else, but it's like for the half-court shot, he was getting a T-shirt no matter what. But if he made the half-court shot, he won something with one of the other kids. If your man made the half-court shot, he was getting 500 quid.
I did not know that part.
So the half-court shot was for 500 quid. The T-shirt was just for winning something with
God,
one of the other
his day
kids.
is made.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that, Bayou, last I checked, about a bad room for one night in Dublin.
Literally.
And we got a little prize as well here for Charlie for her performance from earlier.
That was some performance in the three-point contest from her.
Because especially with the way James sort of set the bar down, it's very hard to be following up. So
no, it didn't phase her. She absolutely shot the lights out.
And of course, if you haven't already, follow TCC All Star on all your social channels to see all the lovely clips and highlights from this. And of course, it's the Courtside Collective YouTube where you can rewatch the game after this evening. Although you should know that if you're watching already, because this is where the YouTube is going out. I nearly said for those watching in black and white, but it's I think just waiting. Well, we have Team Jordan back. Team Paul taking their time.
Dance break from
Ramon.
Yeah,
yeah.
We'll take it. Get a little halftime show action in next year. He might be the entertainment.
Are there any noted Brummy hip-hop artists? I genuinely ask that. I don't know. I'm really bad at music. Here is the free throw and the bonus.
Yep.
And the lead is 13. And our biggest lead has been 16 for Team Paul. Ramon on possession now. Oh, back door!
Beautiful pass.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
What a finish. Ooh, and Raff nearly loses it there on the inbounds.
Yeah, he nearly lost his footing and in the process nearly lost the ball. So Christophus. Three-pointer.
No.
That was Jordan only wants to do these passes.
Oh,
Ramon can't control
he
it.
had it.
Jordan has one thing on his mind today.
Honestly, he wants that fast break pass.
Elbow three, no good again, but Christophus is going to get this forward. Oh, what a pass by Rapavitis.
Yeah.
No look to John Carroll. Sean Jenkins. Faces the three inside with the finish.
Oh,
John Carroll. But he is saying
interference.
Basket interference. $11 between the sides, 6.5 to play. Team Paul in front. Carroll with the finish. And Carroll's been very happy playing off ball today, but back-to-back scores from there. Oh, Jordan.
Jordan's one step ahead of himself.
I was going to say, he was initially looking for the foul, then realized, no, I just messed up badly. And Ramon with the very obvious foul. Like, it looked like Jordan was about to call, where's my foul? He goes, oh no, that was totally me.
No, that was me.
That was all me, yeah.
I've had those moments. You're like, oh no.
Rapp coming over to take the inbounds here. They go to John Carroll.
Or to Christophus.
Christophus, and it looks like we're getting Matt Tracy back pretty soon. I would say from the way he's carrying himself, it'll be for either Rapp or for Carroll.
Kyle Osford's coming back on.
And is Rapp going out for Matt Tracy? Rapp did look like a man who wanted his break.
Yeah,
he
looked
had that
a little bit tired.
Yeah. Because his
now I'm sure he could keep going, but
I think he deliberately brought a style to this game of, if I'm going to be in short bursts, I want to make them really short, really quick, bang, 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 sit.
Yeah. That's smart play.
Yeah, Matt Tracy.
Could it be another one?
Not this time. Jenkins with the board.
Is fast breaking.
Outside, nearly turns it over. It's there, Hannigan.
Oh, beautiful pass
Josh
from
Wilson.
Hannigan. That was a great sight from him.
Oh, lovely work indeed. Matt Tracy just interchanging there with John Carroll. John Carroll playing a bit of point guard. Not something you see every day. Christophus.
This is a game where you can triumph the net.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Anything once at least.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of point forwards anyway, so. Christophus inside.
Lovely.
Quinn.
And a beautiful finish again.
Aiden Quinn with the score. The lead is now 13 with 5 minutes and 12 to play. Big questions being asked about Team Blount. Hannigan. Blount.
Oh, beautiful hands.
Absolutely. Inside.
Oh, he got defensive.
Wilson. It's there for Kyle.
Osford. Yes.
Drains it. 10 between them.
They keep getting back to that 10 barrier.
Yeah, they've been getting, and 7's been like sort of where they're getting stuck and they can't get it from there.
And if they got it to 6, anyway.
Well, Max Richardson's about to come in as well. It shows you the depth of scorers they have on this Team Paul side. There's some serious shooting talent. Hannigan for 3, speaking of shooting talent, drains it. And it's 7 between them, so this is a big couple of possessions coming up here.
If they can get a few stops here, they still have time. 4.5 minutes is a long time.
Tracy opted against. He did have the look. Going inside.
And a steal.
Steal. No. They got to be smart in this possession. Hosford.
Is he going to do it?
Oh, his own number. No good.
He was off balance there. He should have waited.
Never had the control.
No. Don't foul.
You got to be smart here. Let Christophus put it up.
Yeah.
It's only 2. That's
fine.
That's fine. It's going to play smart basketball here. Final 4 minutes of the All Star game.
Jenkins is calling to get it up the court.
Hannigan through traffic.
I think he was hoping for a foul there that wasn't going to come.
Oh, he was definitely playing hoping for the foul / and one route. Quinn to
That's
Carroll.
a sign of tiredness.
Oh, it is, yes. Christophus.
Look, I recognize that.
From personal experience, Kelly.
Yeah.
Josh Wilson.
Oh, from the corner.
Fantastic. And it's 6 between them, Scally.
Here we go. I'm saying nothing. You can say it.
Okie dokie. Here's Matt Tracy.
It's been a great game.
It's been a great game. It's like
some lovely basketball. Have enjoyed it.
But it's like, it's like we always say that we have the ex-player in these comments because they've been the one who's crossed the line. Here's Matt Tracy. But it's not usually for the raw honesty of, that's when I'm wrecked, damn it. So I genuinely appreciate that. Jay Wills.
There we go.
And it's 6 between them again. So 1, 2, 3 plays 1, 1, 7.
Woo.
Spin move, long 2.
No.
Short.
Oh, yes.
Lovely flip.
Think
Inside Jenkins.
And it's in.
It's in. 4 between them.
They're calling for a timeout.
They didn't get seen by the refs, so they're going to have to play this possession.
Yeah, Team
Matt
Paul wanted
Tracy.
that timeout. They're after getting stopped a few times.
Tracy. Oh, what a touch, but couldn't make it roll.
Grab it, foul.
And that is the foul. Clearly kind of on the wrist there by Jordan.
Yeah. Smart foul, though.
Oh, yeah, very smart foul. We have both Quins in for now, but will we see Connor take a seat after? Say Aiden take a seat after Connor came in. Aiden staying out there with his brother. James Hannigan telling us he lives with a big shot and we know he's shooting it. They're definitely having more fun telling us what's going on than Team Paul.
And asking for fouls.
And asking for fouls. Oh, that's basket interference, surely. And the DJ now arguing. So both counted as in because basket interference in the second free throw. And you don't see basket interference in a free throw too often, to be honest. It can happen, but it's just really, really hard for it to happen.
Very unusual.
Yeah. It's very difficult for it to happen.
Yeah, sorry, difficult.
Welcome to the All Star game. And here is O'Sullivan.
Hannigan's under pressure, but he could get free.
Josh Wilson. Oh, definitely man looking for foul.
Yeah.
Foot is on the line.
Oh, I would have.
Oh, there was definitely a toe on the line.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to get a foul drawn, in fairness.
I think so, yeah.
Christopher's.
There might have been a little bit of a hand at the end of the three, but at the end of the shot, I mean.
Yeah. Max Richardson. He has been really good in these moments. And that's why every time that Team Jordan have felt they've had hope. Oh, most obvious case of basket interference you're going to see this year, folks. It was literally halfway in the bucket.
Replay on that one.
It was halfway in the bucket. So it's back to 6. But every time Team Jordan has found a way to claw it back, that's when it seemed to be when Max Richardson stepped up.
It's like he waits for them. A little bit of hope.
Tracy avoids turning it over. Christophis. Oh!
That's a killer.
That really is huge.
A killer.
9 points now with 1:36 to play.
Oh!
But he's getting a bonus shot here. Hannigan, although Dara Silver will not be happy that he's knocked him off the wall. We still love you, Dara.
Yeah, Richardson has been outstanding. He's just like kept twisting that knife when they saw a little bit of light.
Whenever, just when they feel they've got hope back.
Yeah.
But this would make it a 2-possession game if he makes this.
Yeah. And he will.
And he does indeed.
Jenkins is back in. Oh, Jenkins back in for Hannigan. Interesting.
Hannigan
I would have left Hannigan on the floor.
I would have as well, but maybe he was fitting his leg,
Okay. Feels his job is done.
Quinn to Quinn, but offensive foul. Legal screen, I think was the call there.
Okay. Minute 26 to go. 6 points in it.
Any bucket here will do. Like, you don't have to make it one possession here. Jenkins! What a roll. 4 between them, 1:18 left.
Gotta get a stop here.
Huge possession here.
And keep that ball away from Richardson.
Actually, you gotta say Lucian's shoes are pretty cool as well. Quinn to Quinn. The foul is called just as we thought the steal was made. There was contact.
Yeah.
Foul is called, and I think it was the right call.
Ramon? Is it on Nelson?
I didn't see who was on. But it's free throws either way because it's comfortably bonus territory at this stage, I'd say. So Connor will take, his first free throw without anybody watching him. Oh, and he misses it. And now the Team Jordan guys will be back there for the board.
Missed the free throw, get a 3.
Yeah, well, even if it's like any bucket after at the other end, and it's a one-possession game. So 5 between them. Any score here, and they've made it a one-possession game. So Nelson to Jay Wills, inside to Jordan Blount.
Jordan wants it.
Outside, Jenkins under pressure, in and out.
He literally goes out over the sideline.
Richardson has a chance to create something here. Richardson inside. Christophis, what a fake out! What a finish!
Oh, and he steals it!
That's huge. 7-point lead. We're in the final minute. Quinn to Quinn. And they're playing the clock now. Richardson, I will point out it's an all-star game. Take your shots. Matt Tracy. Well, the result feels done. Nelson makes it a 5-point game, but it's they got a foul here essentially. Matt Tracy.
He evades the foul there.
Evades the foul. They aren't rolling it out just yet. Their shot clock is off. Quinn, no good. 10 seconds to go. Sean Jenkins, no good. And that will be that here from New Forge. Team Paul with another Quinn. Connor this time with the insane walk-off 3. His brother made the half court for the money, and Connor waits to save it to the very end. 3/4 court 3-pointer. Well, the Quinn brothers giving us plenty to remember here.
Literally.
You.
You're going to hear the announcer now for your ears.
Well, we are going to be getting the presentations very shortly here, but the two Quins getting the job done. 136-128 the final. I was about to say the final before that three went in, but a win for Team Paul. So Cork's supremacy suppressed for now.
For now, just for now.
For now. We always live in fear.
We always live in fear. Sometimes they just need to be quietened down a little bit.
Quietened down a little
Still
bit.
a brilliant game.
Tremendous. Well, what a day. First of all, that three-point contest
let's
delivered.
break it down. The three-point contest, fantastic.
Like, you got Charlie, you got James, obviously. Like, it really stood out. Like, you know, I think Charlie as well be the last one to go up to be the 1-4 stat final. I thought was fantastic.
Yeah. She was brilliant.
You know, like the dunk contest, like, we both feared for Mamie Durkin's life. That's what it was. And
It
he
was
had
the
air to
unknown.
spare.
We didn't know who it was, and then it just happened to be the guy who'd been winning in the final.
Yeah, and then, of course, you know, a great game first and second half. As we're going to cut to Tony here with the presentations here. So the MVP, I think it'll be Max or Matt.
Ooh.
That's my guess.
Yeah, if Team Jordan had won, I'd probably go Nelson.
Yeah, if it's Team Jordan going Ramon, yeah.
He was mine. Max or Matt? Providus? No, was not enough.
Matt Tracy, 7 of 10 from 3. Like,
that's insane.
That is wild. That's what you're saying to me. Is this third or fourth? Like, no, I think we're past 3 or 4 right now, Scully.
In this quarter, or?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
that's what I meant.
Of course, yeah. That's how we always do it. So, great job from Matt Tracy there.
Amazing.
MVP. Like, it was, you know, when it was Paul's team, you could tell from like the middle of the third quarter it's either going to be him or Max who gets it. You know, Ramon, I think Ron will safely say was a pleasant surprise as the best player on Jordan's team.
Yeah.
That's not a diss on Ramon. I just was asking for the game.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't have been the first I'd have thought would be putting up the MVP numbers.
Yeah. Great to see such a big crowd at this as well.
Oh yeah, tremendous turnout.
Think we could squeeze in a women's All-Star game with it next year?
Well, this is one of the things I'd actually like to see. Like, you know, it's like, because like having 3 women in the 3-point thing, that's great, but that should be like the starting point. Like,
yeah.
And Paul Dick getting the trophy, bragging rights belongs to both Belfast and Dublin as we sign off here.
Thank you so much.
We're going to sign off here, though, for Fiona Scally, for Orla Keeling, and, of course, for everyone involved here at the Courtside Collective All-Star Game 2025, which, of course, we are raising so much for Children's Heartbeat Trust.
All
I
right.
want to say thank you and good
Just
night.
before we join the live stream, I just want to say a thank you to all of you that took the time on a Saturday night to join us. Give yourselves a round of applause. We hope to see you at the Malone Hotel. Round of applause, please, for all of you. Oh, go ahead. All right, I think I'm okay, am I? All right, thumbs up.
Okay, Tony, the mastermind behind it all. It's officially finished. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm glad it's finished, Orla, but it's been absolutely phenomenal. The crowd were amazing here in Belfast. I hope everyone that tuned in on the live stream really enjoyed it. I mean, what a great spectacle, but most importantly, what a great cause.
What's your moment of the whole event?
The moment was, and I don't know if it was caught in the live stream, but we had a young fella who won a raffle, and he chose somebody to shoot a half-court shot for £500, and they've taken that £500 home. That's a good night for them.
Yeah. How did you feel overall? The three-point contest, the dunk contest. I was talking to Jordan there in the live stream before the fourth quarter. He said you have leveled it up again. This is my first year here. I was amazed by it. Talk about the work that went into it over the last number of weeks, but months.
Yeah, look, it takes time to get it right. For us, it's really a labour of love. You know, we run a very small business that does a lot of leadership and team development work across the world with great companies like L'Oreal and Google and all these folks. And any chance we get to use any resources that we get and put them to good use to bring community together, to celebrate lost loved ones, including our mother, who's this event was in memory of, and also David Durkin, and also Ella Stalker, who was the reason behind the Children's Heartbeat charity. I mean, it makes all the work worth it. But my goodness, we were up last night. I made a small faux pas in the printing of the material, so I was building that late last night with a whole team of people. I have to say, without the folks that, like yourself, who've come on board to volunteer to help it happen, it doesn't happen. So it's been a lot of work for everyone. But my goodness, what a great night, and I'm so glad Jordan noticed it. It's been leveled up, and I hope it continues to do so next year.
And look, for me, it's been an absolute pleasure to be involved. Are we confirming 2026? Will we keep them on us on the live stream?
It's hard to know. We'll take some time to celebrate and enjoy the moment. All too often we rush into the next thing, but like I say, the energy in the room. A big thank you to our sponsors, Infinity 21, ISO Basketball, Kennedy Business Finance, all of these folks. And we've launched our foundation, our mother's name, on the boards. Hopefully you picked up on that, Janet Cares. And it's been amazing. So it feels like a waste not to keep it going, but we'll see how the response is on the live stream. We'll look at the comments on our social media at TCC All Star. And if there's an appetite to do it again, we'll do it again.
So we'll take that as a yes, folks. 2026, we'll be back. Perfect. Brilliant.
Thanks.
You enjoyed that? Loved it. Did you? You sound like you were having an evening off.
We're on now.
Anyway, did you enjoy that? Yeah. Decided to volunteer today?
I'm Katz. I'm refereeing a long time. I took part in the All Star game last year. Had a really good time. It's nice to meet the players off the court, and any kind of fundraising opportunity for brilliant charities like the Children's Heartbeat Trust.
It was in and out like yours. That's all good. Probably would have heard you.
Who's going to be the good cop in the podcast? And we've seen a lot of GEA dissent conversations. Will there be dissent rules incoming for the Super League? Is that needed, do you think?
Yeah, there was part of the season that got a little bit kind of testy in the waters. I think people make mistakes, coaches make tactical wrong decisions, and I think we just need to be a little bit mindful of that, that we have actually other jobs.
What would your advice be to anyone listening or watching that is a young referee or aspiring to be a referee?
Definitely.
Thanks guys and best of luck today. Okay, I'm joined by Lynn of Children's Heartbeat Trust. Lynn, tell us a bit about the charity.
So Children's Heartbeat Trust is a local charity here in Northern Ireland, and we support children and young people that are born with heart disease. It is the most common birth defect across the world and in Northern Ireland. On an average, every week there's 4 new babies born with heart disease that need the support of our services and the cardiology team up at the Children's Hospital in Belfast.
Have you ever been to a basketball game, and what can you expect from today's event?
I must admit, I have not been to a basketball game, but I'm absolutely thrilled to be here tonight and just see the action and what's going to happen.
Brilliant. And we're looking forward to the event. Just in terms of the charity itself, what will the funds and the awareness from today's event mean to you?
It will be absolutely just amazing. We are a small charity in Northern Ireland, so this event is a wonderful opportunity for us just to raise vital awareness of the charity and what we do, but also funds to support our services. We're so grateful to the People Playbook and the Courtside Collective for just their incredible support this evening. The funds will allow us to support more children and young people born with heart disease in Northern Ireland by providing practical support, emotional support and financial help when they're long-term in hospital or travelling for surgery. So it's just a wonderful opportunity this evening, and we're just so grateful for any funds and awareness that can be raised tonight.
Brilliant. Thanks, Lynn, and enjoy the game. And for anyone that's watching at home and can't make it, we do have a GoFundMe that you can donate to via our link in the bio.